years go back, way back into time.
Hello and good evening, motherfuckers. How are you all fucking doing today?
Seriously? You gotta just like start with that?
Yes!
You know I stream on YouTube, right? You just killed the bod.
It's over.
Oh,
Bod's dead.
I'm sorry. I don't live in
Ruined.
Susan Land.
Alright? Now I'm never
Formerly Susan Land.
Now I'm never gonna be able to be a big YouTuber with like a more billion views.
It's my fault. I know. Also,
Isn't
hey,
Susan
Solus,
dead?
how you doing? Actually, yeah, she is. Yeah. Rest in peace, Susan.
Susan died.
Yeah, I keep
know-
forgetting
Person.
she's dead.
I want to say something that you
She may
considered
be
very,
gone.
very,
She may be gone physically, but she will live on forever in our minds.
and in the YouTube terms of service.
Yeah, she'll
That
live
too.
forever on in our demonetization.
May the devil poke her as aggressively as possible.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Devil's gonna
Anyway.
be like, hey, you remember your uncle?
Hello,
Oh,
Rory the
no!
Dinosaur Baghdad.
Also, thank you for the follow, Backstard.
Aw.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, hello everybody. I'm Razorwind VT. I'm here with Anatsu Shirai, the dragon lily to my
Hello.
right, and we have on today's guest, Ugly Bagstard.
Hi. Hello.
How's
it's
it going,
me.
Bagman?
Good.
That's good. Alrighty. So, thank you for agreeing to come onto our show. By the way,
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
this
Yes,
may be
thank
the
you
biggest
very
mistake
much.
you've ever made in your life.
Yeah. Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay, I know this isn't what the first question is, but okay, very good question to ask. What possessed you to agree to this?
I like doing collabs. I don't know. I like talking to people.
So many other places you could have gone with this.
Yeah, I mean, I just like collabing. I like talking to people and doing stuff. Sometimes it comes at bites me in the ass later, so I'm a bit more careful with it now. But
Right.
yeah, I still like doing it.
Don't worry, we don't say like super crazy shit here.
Oh,
We
they're saying
only
you,
talk
that,
about overthrowing the
Oh,
throne.
I turned you up to 100% now. You should be good now. Is that better,
good.
chat?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
can
had
you
no
hear
clue.
me now? Am I good?
that's a good part. Bummed you up a little.
Let me turn up Discord a bit more too on OBS.
Dicks core.
All right, go ahead there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I believe they can now. All right, I turned up Discord more. Probably Bagman's. Well, don't blame Bagman.
Fuck you, Thire Lord, bitch.
Listen. All right,
she got-
I blame Waffle House's shitty Wi-Fi. Okay. We are in a dirty parking lot of a Waffle House,
Mm-hmm.
as God intended.
Where all of the greatest warriors meet.
Hell yeah, that's us.
Also, hello, Ellie Monty.
Let's get to the fighting.
God.
We
Could you
can.
imagine if a bunch of orcs showed up, like 40k orcs showed up to Waffle House?
The Waffle House is like the hood hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah. like just a bunch of 40k orcs show up and be like, Oi! We's here 'cause we heard there'd be a good stomping. We's here, there's the best fighters around here. And we's
Warhammer
orcs. We want's a good enemy. And good enemies is hard to come by.
It could be Warhammer Orcs versus crackheads at 2 a.m.
Great!
I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what?
I'm
These
sorry.
movies alright. They put up a good fight.
My money's on the
Taste tough like
crackheads in
us
that one.
Orkies.
My money's on the crackheads. I've seen the videos, guys. These guys, they're too strong.
Mm-hmm.
Niffy Steve.
Yeah, I've seen them get shot multiple times by the police and keep going.
Guy just
They're unstoppable.
guy's been shot, tased, pepper sprayed. He just keeps on going. Guy doesn't care. I'm pretty sure he lost his L1 vertebrae and he's still running.
Undead Bladder, thank you for the follow. That's a hell of a name.
Well, that's
It's funny because
weird.
all these people from my chat are popping up and like say their name the same fucked up way I would say their name.
What, like Undead Bladder and shit like
Yeah.
that?
What? It's just undead bladder. What of it? Why you gotta be racist, Razor?
I'm
Yeah,
not.
Razor.
What? Well,
What? Why
all right,
you
all right.
gotta have
Listen,
a
it's not
problem
my.
just 'cause
Hey,
he's dead?
hey, Shirai, I am not racist. I do not watch NASCAR.
Oh, really? Cause I watch NASCAR every day. I'm the best racist that never lost a race in my life.
Hell yeah. Life's a race. I am the racist.
Oh, this already went off the rails.
Listen, Undead Bladder, you regret your choices today. You'll regret your choices tomorrow too. For following me.
So we're
yeah.
we're 11 minutes in, and this has already gone off the rails, and we've all admitted to being massive racists. I'd say
Listen, this
is
has
already
been
a
off the
success.
rails harder than Nick Recada's career. Okay. Actually, Nick Recada's whole life.
Dude, last night, on the topic of that, last night, one of my a friend of mine, you know Sneaky Bear, right?
Yeah, I know Sneaky Bear.
Dude's
Yeah.
talking about buying a Sonichu medallion.
No, don't do that.
I told
Don't
him,
ever
don't test
fucking
me.
do that. Listen, don't buy the Sonichu medallion. That shit is fucking cursed. Don't do it.
Don't touch him.
Don't fucking do it. You're gonna ruin your goddamn life, okay? Don't be like Ricky Rackets, the Rail King.
I know, right?
Okay.
I know.
Who is that?
Fuck
Oh.
you, turn off your you were saying that to them. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they
Somebody-
like turn up his mic. My mic's maxed out.
Oh, also, I guess since nobody else said it, you're a slut.
Fuck them.
Wait, who's a slut? Me?
No, Baxter.
No, they're
I mean,
They're calling me
that's
one.
that, you're not entirely wrong, but
What's a Sancho
you're like
medallion?
you're like 25% right.
Okay, explaining what a Sancho medallion is it would take too long. I don't know if we have the time for it.
Oh my god, Rory the dinosaur just said Sonichu medallion is the Faustinian, or is the Faustian bargain to making it as a male VTuber. No, it's not.
You're gonna wish to become a very famous male VTuber, and then like you end up being a complete lol cow.
Pretty
Pass.
much. But yeah, we should probably get to the questions. We're already 13 minutes in.
Okay,
So,
okay, but first,
Yeah, let
we have the tradition.
Oh yeah, right. You're right. You were okay. So I don't know if you can see the stream bag, but
I can't hear them, but I can
Okay.
see them.
are you familiar with the euthanasia coaster?
I am.
Oh, you truly
No,
are.
it's like I said, I was pretty sure you know what it is.
You're enlightened. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, Shira, you're the expert on this. To explain to them.
Okay, so hold on. I need to get up on my end. Let me see about. Dang it! I have like 8 pictures of this downloaded. I just can't find them ever. Every single
Just saved
time.
at various places on your computer, just in case you need one for emergencies.
There is that like one of these days an FBI agent is gonna come to my place.
He's gonna
and
what?
They're gonna come over. They're gonna freaking look through my computer and they're gonna find like 80 pictures of the euthanasia coaster. Okay, so the euthanasia coaster is a theoretical roller coaster design. I can't remember the name of the guy who did it. It's mostly an art exhibit, but the idea of it is very simple. You go up to the top of it, and then at the very top, everybody presses a button saying that they are ready to go on it, and then you go down through like 6 loops that slowly get smaller, increasing the gravitational force that's put on the body, causing all your blood to go into your legs, killing everyone on the roller coaster.
God
Hell yeah.
damn.
God, I
I'm
wish
sorry,
I was on
hearing
that
that
ride.
every time, I'm still like, what the fuck? Also, Mr. Moonshine, make the euthanasia coaster.
What if we kissed
What if?
on the euthanasia coaster?
Shirai, that sounds so weird out of context, because Shirai here is a taken woman. And Shirai is like a sister to me. So that would be really fucking weird. And she already calls me Hironi-chan, so...
What if they built the euthanasia coaster in Alabama?
Oh. I feel like it would be more popular in California. That's the
Oh,
quickest way out of
100%.
California.
100%. Look, all I'm saying is, Deadpool, you walked in at a very, very good time, needless to say.
Yeah, it's a science lesson, okay? Alright, well, with that out of the way. So, go ahead and introduce yourself, Bagster.
Hello,
Let
I'm
people know who you are.
Baxtered. Male VTuber, the worst race. Hated, but the most hated of VTubers.
Exactly. Oppress
Pretty
him!
much, yeah.
Oppress him
Yes.
hard!
Yeah, because according to people like Anita Sarkeesian, if we have a penis, that's original sin. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Having a cock and balls makes you evil.
Yeah, I used to be ugly Baxtered, and then YouTube shadow banned me because I had the word ugly in my name.
Are
And
you
they wouldn't
serious?
Yeah, and they wouldn't tell me why, so I was like, is it because I have the word tard at the end of my name? Is it because like half of my VODs are demonetized? Like, what's the problem? So I was doing all kinds of things, like I deleted any VOD that had like muted audio or anything, so I deleted like 90% of my VODs. I fucking changed my name to Ugly Baxtered with an E. I did all this stuff, and I was like, what if it's just the word ugly? Like someone said, maybe it's that. And I was like, no way, that's fucking stupid. And I deleted it. And all of a sudden, I wasn't shadow banned anymore. I started popping up in people's chats and shit again.
What?
And so,
The hell?
I was like, all right, let's change my name to Baxtered on everything. So I went to change my name to Baxtered on Twitch, but it was taken, except I could spell it with an E. So now I'm Baxtered with an A on YouTube,
Okay.
Baxtered with an E on Twitch, and still Ugly Baxtered on Twitter.
Okay.
Oh
Important
my God. So that
question.
guy, oh.
Important question. Very important question.
Mhm.
If Bagstead with a E was already taken, would you have gone for Bagstead spelled with a
With a U?
U-R-D?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I would have figured something out, maybe.
Because
Oh,
remember, there's
no.
nothing more shameful than putting numbers at the end of your name.
I would have.
Yeah,
I guess I would have had to.
I had to put VT at the end of my name because
Or-
Razorwind was already taken.
Or the dreaded, the capital X, lowercase x, capital X.
Oh, like the
Oh, God,
classic like
Deadpool feels called
360
out.
gamer tags.
Hey, Deadpool, you're using
Like-
Roman numerals. Sort of.
Lowercase
Yeah,
x,
sure.
capital X, underscore
know-
69420.
You know, that reminds me of a joke, a mama joke. Your mama's so old, she counts in Roman numerals.
It's horrible.
Oh, God. My favorite mama joke is, your mama's so ugly she walked into a haunted house and came out with a job application. Oh, God. But yeah. So next question. So what kind of content you do, man? Just
I
like, do you have a
mostly-
specific niche or?
No, not really. I mostly just stream games. I stream games and I watch like really bad movies on stream usually that are copyright free. Wink wink.
Yes, BFE. Oh.
I don't do BFE. Fuck him. Shut up, Chody.
I don't think you'd be bad at it. There's that, you know.
I don't
Yeah.
want to do it.
So
Come on,
So
you
what
gotta at
got
least
you
do
into
some ASMR or something.
Well, I did. We'll get to that later.
Oh
But,
no!
once I get to Texas, I'm actually thinking of doing gun cleaning ASMR.
Oh hell yeah! Don't like that.
Yeah. So what got you into streaming and how long you been doing it for?
I've got a weird career with streaming because I've been off and on for a really, really long time, since about like 2010. Because I started originally, like, I would watch like Let's Players and stuff. And then like around 2009, 2010, I got into League of Legends, that shithole game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
My deepest condolences.
My deepest yeah, seriously.
Yeah, so I started making like League videos, and I would stream sometimes, but like I had no kind of schedule. I just did it sometimes, right? Because I was in the Navy at the time, so I'd be gone for like 3 months, like on a deployment, come back, stream, like go away again. Like, so yeah, there was no type of consistency or anything at all.
So you were the John
give you a
Tron
service,
of
man.
micro celebs.
Well, I mean, I would watch like Game Grumps and stuff. You know, JonTron was on there. But
The joke is that John Tron would always just like randomly uploads a video and then just goes back into cryostasis for another 6 months.
Yeah, that's basically what I would do. And yeah, I had like a little bit of success with that. Like, you know, I had like a couple hundred subscribers. I think one of my videos got to like 100,000 views from like just a shitty League of Legends video, that kind of thing. But yeah, then I stopped playing League, and I was like, well, I don't know what to do now because I'm just working like that stuff basically. So I didn't really make any videos or stream for like 2 years after that. And like I was just going to like doing college and working and that kind of shit. And then like afterwards, like where I had like a stable job in my own house and shit finally, then I was able to finally like start watching streamers and stuff again. And so I started watching, it was like VR chat streamers at the time. This was like 2016, 2017.
And you didn't become a furry afterwards?
No.
Well, the furries didn't really take over VR chat at the time. It was mostly weebs, so you had a lot of anime girl avatars going around.
Yeah. So yeah, at the time it was like Pokelols and Whoops and Dyrus, who used to be like a League streamer, maybe he still is, I don't remember. And like yeah, they were all like in groups and doing a bunch of like VR chat. So then I was like, you know, I want to stream again. And so I just started streaming again, basically.
That's how it always goes.
And yeah, and I still wasn't really taking it seriously at all. I was just kind of doing it on occasion until I started VTubing. VTubing's when I started streaming consistently. And that was probably, it's 2021, I think.
That's about when I started, actually.
Yeah.
Dang, feels like everyone started at the same time as I did. I feel like 2021 is the year when like everybody collectively decided we're gonna become VTubers, and then 2022 was the time of, and 2023 was the time of the great graduation. You know.
Yeah, it's like everyone became VTubers in like 2021 because I think that's when Hololive English debuted.
I think.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I remember when they announced it. Oh God, I remember the skepticism.
I think it was closer to late
like...
2020 that they debuted, but.
Yeah, it was somewhere around there.
Yeah, late 2020. Call it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time I actively watched a VTuber, like for long periods of time, was in 2020.
I have never watched a VTuber
Yeah.
actively for an extended period.
Shame.
I did
Big
for a
man.
while. I think the first one I watched consistently for a bit there was Mori Calliope.
I'm a bride!
And then the first one I ever saw was a couple years prior to that, and that was Natsume Moe. She was the first English VTuber. And then she went and, well, I don't know how you guys feel about mentioning a VTuber's past life
I mean, I don't
versus their rebrand, but she basically went and took a hiatus, and now she is Shiori Novella in Hololive English for Gen 3.
care. Hell yeah.
Yeah, sorry for getting off track.
We get off track very easily. Welcome to Schizo Sessions. Everybody here has freaking ADHD.
Same.
Pretty
Hell
much.
yeah.
This is true.
Anyways, so what are
Yeah,
your
yeah, but yeah,
current long-term and short-term goals as a content creator?
They're kind of combined right now because I like streaming a whole lot, and I want to be able to become full-time streamer. So my long-term goal is to become full-time streamer, and my short-term goal right now is to grow as a streamer so I can become a full-time streamer.
Hey,
So-
Hey,
same.
honest position to have there. I've since
Yeah.
given up on that goal because I realized it's quite lofty and just unreasonable. But
I don't think it's unreasonable. You just gotta. It's just harder than it used to be. You gotta work at it.
Yeah, you just gotta
remember
work at
the
it.
days when you could just come in with a mediocre VTuber model and everybody would just act like you were the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, that was like back in like 2020 or some shit. Or just being a streamer in general in like 2015. Like you could just stream and people were like, "Oh, what's streaming?" It would like click and like find new streamers all the time.
Yeah, man,
And-
it's like a freaking
Oh.
ad from the 80s for the internet, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
dear
remember the
God.
Now it's tough.
Yeah, you just got a person,
Roar.
you press a button and it's like that freaking scene from 2001: A Space Odyssey where like he's going through hyperspace.
Oh dear God, Rory the dinosaur just said in chat, Bag needs to sell feet pics for full time.
No.
And then Shoddy12, I think it's Choddy or is it Chody? I don't know.
Chody.
Bags is gonna go pro once he learns to trend chase better. Yeah,
Oh
but
my
sometimes
God.
I'm gonna be real with you. I've learned trend chasing doesn't always help because then you're just doing the same shit everyone else is doing, and you just kind of blend in a
In my
crowd.
experience, trend chasing gets you nowhere. I've been playing obscure RPGs and those are some of my best streams hands down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's trend chasing is very tough because all the other big streamers are also on the trend, and so most people like you're gonna be like position 100 in the fucking list of streamers, and
yeah, no.
everyone's gonna click on like one of the other streamers already. So
see-
it's kind of pointless unless
Oh.
you're already big.
Yeah, the line I think I heard
Yeah.
for that was, it doesn't matter if it's something popular or not. You're still at the bottom of the list in the Twitch recommendations.
Yeah. And I've been finding and just like researching stuff, what you stream almost has absolutely no fucking bearing on like discoverability because it's bad no matter what. So
Oh yeah.
like if you want to grow your audience, it doesn't matter what you stream. You need to make like YouTube videos and stuff out of it. That's the thing. But also, you can't make a YouTube video about yourself. I'm telling you guys a secret right now. You can't make YouTube videos about yourself as a small-time streamer because no one fucking cares like who you are basically. So
This
it's like
is true, yeah.
yeah, it's like if you're like on YouTube and like a video gets recommended to you of like some person you've never heard of, and it's like some person you never heard of stream highlights, you're not gonna click on it. Like you don't give a shit. Like
Oh, 100%!
yeah, so
You're only most people usually click the highlights are usually like established fans that just want to catch up with the stream they missed. They
Yeah,
just want to see the highlights.
yeah, and the secret is basically that I've boiled down is you have to make content that people want to watch, which sounds very obvious, but most of the time people base like what do people want to watch? Oh, I'm gonna go, what's HoloLive doing? What's so and so doing? Like, what's the big streamers doing?
And then
The
you
big
fall
streamers-
into the pit of drama tubing.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh,
But
God,
like
that.
yeah, but it's like, yeah, if you are already big, people care about the stream highlights because there's already fans to watch it. But if you're not already big, stream highlight videos and stuff are like pointless. So you just
Pretty
have
much,
to yeah, so
I
you
guess
need
you
to
do
make
it-
videos.
You can,
Sorry.
you can do what that one VTuber did and start putting random big VTubers names in the titles.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You
Wait,
gotta
they did what?
you gotta fucking put like videos that people want to see. So it's like VTuber fans want to see stuff about like Gura or some shit.
And it's
So
like the question's always how little self-respect do you have?
I mean, you
No.
kind of have to whore yourself out a little bit here and there.
see,
You
that's
have to
another
make
thing.
compromises.
I think people get brainworms about this shit. But they're like, oh, I don't want to be like a grifter. But if you make content that is about something you actually care about, you're passionate about, like if you make content about other VTubers or whatever, and then you have fun doing it, and they have fun seeing it, and then the audience enjoys it, then it's not grifting. It's just something everybody liked. So it's like, don't worry about it. Just have fun. But yeah, people, they're like, oh, I'm grifting, I'm leeching and stuff. It's like, well, it depends on what you're doing exactly. Like if you're trying to like drag them down, then yeah. But if you're doing stuff about things that you actually like and you care about and you're having fun, then I don't think it is.
I agree.
Yeah,
Mhm.
one thing I've learned is just enjoying it is the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
gotta enjoy the ride, man.
Mm-hmm.
We'll reach that sunset one day. Or we'll
Yeah.
fall off the edge of the disc that makes up the massive
We'll
flat
fall off
Earth
the edge
joke.
of the flat Earth.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I know my my follower notification's loud as fuck. I gotta turn it down a little bit. It even startles me from time to time. But yeah, chili is hard. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome.
But
Did I hear chili is hard? What?
Yes, chili is hard. That's the name. That's their name.
Chili's is hard.
I mean, I guess it's cold. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
I mean,
What
there's
do you
a lot
like
of things
about
that
being
get
a
hard in the
VTuber? Let's
cold.
keep going.
What I like about being a VTuber, I like that you can kind of put like a character that's not you to the forefront, and like it's being a VTuber really helped me get like comfortable streaming and just like being
here.
myself on camera. Cause like when I first started streaming, like I had to work on it so much and just get like really comfortable with it. Cause like when you first start, you're like so self-conscious about like how you sound and the quality of your streams and a million other things. And once
That
you
takes me back.
like yeah, like once you've done it for a couple years, you're like, oh, this is fine. Like whatever, that's scuffed out. Who fucking cares? Let's go. Like just go.
Oh, that takes me back. Like,
The thing I've learned, your streams will never be perfect.
Yeah.
There's always going to be scuff. And I notice that with a lot of new streamers, especially new VTubers, they're way too hard on themselves. Like, oh my god, that stream was horrible. No one's gonna come back. It's like you're learning.
Yeah, it's
You're
fine.
always gonna be learning. Shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
oh, by the way,
like
I'm sorry. It's Ishard, not is hard.
Ishard. Yeah, I was about to.
I'm still saying is
apologize for
hard
the
because
mistake.
that's funnier. Uh,
Ishard is hard.
oh no.
Oh god.
But yeah, it's just like that's kind of what I liked with VTubing is like it was something I was passionate about enough to like start streaming again and be able to get really into and get comfortable streaming. And I've been able to find like a bunch of friends and stuff that are also like very interested in it. And yeah, so that's what I've mostly liked about it is like community and networking and making friends and yeah, pushing me to stream again.
Yeah, that is one of the things I like about it is the social aspect of being a VTuber. I get to meet a lot of interesting people, both like
I'd be a lot
viewer
worse.
wise and VTuber wise.
I'd be a lot worse of a shut-in if it wasn't for VTubing.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
Right.
much.
Exactly.
I didn't just befriend you, Shira. I literally fucking adopted you because you're such a like that's usually how it goes. You ever seen that meme? Like, what was it? What's that fucking word again? Introverts, they don't make friends. Other people just outroverts just adopt them.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And then
essentially
you're
what happened with
introducing me to all these weird people.
Yes,
Swear.
it's exposure therapy.
And you know what? I'm
Yeah.
still horrified. Terrified.
And you will continue to be
I
horrified.
can't
Listen, every
deal.
day is terrifying. You just gotta deal with it. But yeah, so speaking of that, but yeah, who inspires you as a VTuber? Like, you have any content creators that you like look up to or that you see as inspiration?
Yeah, it's funny because like a lot of people think I got into VTubing from Phase Connect, but I was actually a VTuber before I even knew what Phase Connect was. Because like I started VTubing because my Oshi used to be Coco in Hololive.
Ah, there's a
And-
classic.
Yes, Coco.
Yeah, so then I was just like, you know, I want to be a VTuber. Why not? And so I just started streaming as a VTuber. Like I didn't put a lot of thought into it. Like so I was just like, I like VTubers. I want to be a VTuber. And I like Kiryu Coco at the time. So yeah, probably her.
I'd be lying if I said I don't. I'd be lying if I said I didn't acknowledge her existence.
I will say I do like Coco. For a long time there, I used to have this mod for Left 4 Dead when I would do Left 4 Dead collabs back when I first started.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have everybody replaced with like HoloLive streamers, and I remember I would always say dibs on Coco.
Hell yeah. She was the best.
That was a
Kitty
good mod
Dragon.
too. Oh yeah, it's a great mod too. By the way, if I can find it, I'll have to link it in my Discord. But it even has the tail physics going on it too.
Nice. Based.
Yeah.
I wonder where these models come from. Like, do people like custom make this stuff, or do they find a
They
way to,
custom make
or
it.
do they find a way
Yeah.
to bootleg the actual 3D models?
The
'Cause
Left 4
they
the
look
Left 4 Dead
too high
modding
quality.
the Left 4 Dead modding community is so active. There are actually people on Steam Workshop that take paid commissions to make custom character models.
The Back for Blood guys must be seething.
Oh, of course they are.
Well, they
I'm
should have
sorry,
made a
it's
better
a-
fucking game then.
Yeah, make a better fucking game. You know, it's bad when the World War Z game is a better Left 4 Dead successor than Back for Blood.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Wait, which one were we talking about?
Back for Blood was the cheap copy of Left 4 Dead, and then you had the World War Z game,
Oh, okay.
which is
Oh, yeah.
basically like Left 4 Dead but on steroids, and it's third person.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I never
totally
did get
checked
to
out
play
for
the
a
World War
second
Z
there.
one.
You mean the 5 people in the janitor who made the Left 4 Dead? Yeah, pretty much.
I like those games though. I like Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood. I do like all of them, but yeah, Left 4 Dead.
I love horde shooters.
Yeah, so
yeah,
do I.
horde shooters are just fun. But
Yeah,
They are.
really,
So,
they're good.
I have a lot of fun whenever people ask me to play. I don't play it often, but Deep Rock Galactic. That one's a fun one.
That's
that
also
one's a
fun.
good one.
Yeah.
My
That
issue
one
with it
is a
is-
better spiritual successor right there.
My only issue with it is the weapons don't feel punchy enough to me. I don't know. There's something about it. Like, you don't feel like an oomph from them.
Some of them
Maybe
do,
that's just me.
like the scout shotguns and the like minigun that the tank guy uses and stuff. Like some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. I gotta try different
I
classes. 'cause
exclusively
the one
play
I've been,
engineer.
Oh yeah.
the one
Well,
I've been
that
still
yeah, that's
playing a lot
Sentries.
is the gunner. Oh, sorry.
You know what? I'm lazy
Yeah.
in real life. I'm lazy in games. I let somebody else do my work for me.
Hell yeah. I mean, it works.
Work smarter, not harder.
Mhm.
But yeah, so let me see here. So what hobbies you got outside of streaming, if any?
Oh,
Uh,
we're asking VTuber inspirations was the next question, but now
Oh,
let's
no,
let's
no,
stick
we
with
already
hobbies.
asked.
Oh, did we?
Oh, wait. Were you finished answering that question? I'm sorry.
yeah, it was Coco.
We got a point.
Oh.
Okay, Coco.
Oh God, I am sorry. I am off today. I am so
Oh,
out
no,
of
it's
it
all right.
today.
We all are.
Yeah,
It's
we're all
good.
tired. Like I was saying, like literally before this, I was doing chores, finally trying to catch up on some stuff. Did dishes, cleaned my kitchen, mowed the lawn like right before the interview started. I blew my nose. All this fucking grass and dirt flew out of my nose. We're all fucking
Oof.
just tired. It's a random weekday.
Okay.
It is what it
Okay.
is.
Have you
Oh.
ever worked a forge before?
A forge.
Yes. Yeah, like blacksmithing,
Yes.
that sort of thing.
I have, but like not professionally.
I'm not asking about professionally. Not asking
Really?
about professionally. I've done it before. My main point is the grass thing blowing out of your nose totally reminds me of doing that because like you're blowing soot out of your nose afterwards for freaking days.
Oh,
it
yeah.
feels like.
Ugh.
yeah. I
I'm
used
gonna have
to-
to ask one of my community members that because he's a blacksmith.
I used to do quality assurance in this like a car parts manufacturing plant, where it's called sintering, where they take like a metallic dust and then they press it into the shape, and then they put the metallic dust like under a furnace and it like hardens it.
Oh God.
And so every time I left that place, I was just covered in metallic dust. I would blow my nose, like all this black shit comes out of my nose.
Oh Jesus!
I was like, this is
some
probably what the inside of my lungs look like right now.
Some people
So the
started
closest thing you
throwing
could get
dollars
to
at you thinking you were a
Colossus.
street performer.
Yeah.
Dear God. Oh God, you're like ghetto Colossus.
That job sucked, man.
Oh God.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh, that had to have.
What was the
Hobbies.
next question that we had?
What are your
it was-
hobbies
it was
outside
for-
of streaming? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was hobbies outside of streaming. Yeah.
I like collecting old retro games and stuff, but
Oh, that's always fun.
yeah, and I like camping and that kind of shit. But right now, I'm working literally all the fucking time, and I have no hobbies outside of streaming. I'm either working, sleeping, streaming, or at the gym. Like that's it. So I guess the gym.
That
I mean,
could
yeah,
be a
I
hobby.
could definitely tell it's the gym. I could definitely tell it's the gym.
Yeah.
All right. Dude broism, that is a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, it is.
That's like, and lately I haven't even had time to go to the gym, so I've just been doing like random push-ups and stuff throughout the day. So
You know what? The fact that you at least do a little bit is good, because I frankly never exercise.
I
have
can
to.
recommend you a YouTube channel called this guy named Adrian Bryant, and he like teaches you how to do different strength training and like cardio workouts you can do at home.
Oh
Just
yeah,
using
like,
everyday items for like people who can't afford a gym membership.
yeah. I know the things to do. Like so, like the knowledge isn't a problem. It's just time. So I'll just be like, oh, I got like a minute. Let me do 20 push-ups here. Okay, I'm good. Then I'll just do the work, and then I'm like, oh, let me get some squats in. So I just do random shit throughout the day right now. So yeah. But yeah, so yeah, like I was saying, hobbies right now are on hold until I can make it more as a streamer.
No, I
Fair
understand that. I mean, you could do what I do. So this is my loophole, and I need to do it again, but I had to stop doing it because my other webcam took a shit, so I gotta get another webcam so I have face
Do
tracking
your
while I
hobbies
stream.
on
But
stream.
I do hand cam streams where I would build Gunpla on stream. You know, Gundam models. But I also want to do Warhammer kit bashes and painting streams once I get that second camera again. But yeah, you could always do that as a loophole.
Yeah.
Although,
But then is it really a hobby?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, you're just doing your hobby and hanging out with the guys. You know, that's how I see it with my chat when I stream. It's just hanging out with the guys.
Plastic
I've thought, like-
my beloved.
I've thought about like trying to do like editing and stuff on stream, but when I'm working, I can't pay attention to chat, and I'm just like I'm locked in, so I can't like. I don't think
that
it's
I
good
understand.
stream content, really.
Thing is, if you're doing two things at once, you're not doing either right. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, kinda. That's how it is.
It is
So,
hard to multitask. I
Yeah.
agree.
So I'm just like, you know, I'll just do my work off stream. Especially like now the job I'm working, I have a lot of downtime at work usually. So if I need to do editing and stuff, I can usually do it at work, which is helping.
What do you got, like a laptop or something?
Yeah, I drag my laptop in.
I need to get one of those.
Yeah. So I'll get a little bit of editing or whatever in while I'm there.
Okay. New stream idea I had. Yeah. We're taking the
that?
laptop into work.
Hell yeah.
Oh god, I've actually collabed with people who have done that. There was an impromptu collab this guy did. He said, "Hey, can I join you?" And I'm like, "I mean, yeah, sure. You haven't broken any of my rules or anything. Yeah, come on in." So he comes on in, and then he's like, "Hey, Razorwind, I'm playing Left 4 Dead with you from work right now." I'm like, "Are you gonna get in trouble?" He goes, "Nah, man. I'm just a security guard in a place in the middle of nowhere. We're good." Like, guy, you're in a creepypasta setting right now.
Yeah,
Well,
and
you know,
you
if
know
I'm
what?
gonna-
You know what? It's less of a creepypasta when you're gaming.
Yeah, it's like if I'm gonna die, at least I'm gonna die playing Left 4 Dead and having fun.
Hey, at least it's
So,
gonna be
whatever.
on
That's true.
stream so somebody can clip it.
Yeah, it's gonna be content.
Yeah. Once at least somebody can they can do the.
It'll be like all those musicians and artists that became famous after they died, but for a streamer.
Hyperrealism.
This
Hell
next question, I feel like is irrelevant at this point because I think we answered it. Preferred games and activities to stream.
I like playing horror games a lot. I think they're fun. And I usually play the shitty ones that you can get for free off like itch.io, because then you can play like 2 or 3 of them at a time because they're like 30 minutes each. And I think those are really fun. But like games I really like enjoy and can get into is basically any type of simulator. Like I love farming simulator, MMOs, and basically anything where I can do the same type of repetitive task over and over, because it scratches my autism itch that I have, where I'm just like, this is relaxing. This is it, man.
Have you ever played?
Until Bladder just said he does like playing horror games like Dustborn.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to play Dustborn because I want to make a video on it, and it's one of the worst video games I've ever played in my fucking life.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
it is.
played Drug Dealer Simulator?
No, people want me to though.
It looks fun.
I need to try that one again.
I will say this though, Bag. So, all right, Bag. You might get this joke because you were Navy. I don't know if they had in the Navy, but I was Army.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Army, we have these things called ace cards that we keep on us. And if we see a buddy who looks like, or a fellow soldier who looks like they're having a rough time, and you think they may or may not make a permanent solution, if you know what I mean, to a temporary problem, we have to give him this thing called an ACE card. It's an acronym, right? I forget what it's been a while. What the fuck was the ACE acronym again? ACE card.
I don't think
What
we
was that?
had these.
Okay, ask your buddy, care for your buddy, escort your buddy. And I was with my friend Mama Akko. I was in the she's part of this VTuber podcast called Under the Tea, which I highly recommend you guys check that out. It's a VTuber drama podcast. They do a really good job. They actually handled some of the big issues that happened, like the Taiga situation. They actually brought a lot of nuance to that. They kind of debunked a lot of the bullshit going on with that poor guy. But anyway, I'm in their server. She's streaming this game. I just happen to be a guest in there, co-hosting with her, and adding commentary. And just watching it for an hour, just watching it, not even actively playing it myself, but just watching it. I'm like, Jesus Christ on a crutch. What the fuck? So as a joke, I said, look, Akko, here's your ace card. And I sent her a PNG of the ace card.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Just, yeah, that Dustborn game is so bad, man.
There's
It's
a part of me
unbelievable.
that's tempted to try it, but there's also the rest of me that's like, I don't even want to spend the money it would take to support this, you know?
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
say sail the
Sam.
7 seas for it if you
I
want.
don't even
but,
think it's
even
worth getting in
then-
trouble for copyright, for pirating it.
It's not worth the bandwidth that is needed to fucking download that shit. And it's
Yeah,
not even
it's-
worth the hard drive space. Like, it just looks horrible.
Yeah, but I've committed to finishing this dog shit game because I'm like, I will make a video out of this. I will review this fucking thing, and I will not. I've got to. But the problem is, it's so fucking bad. I can only play it for like 30 or 45 minutes at a time, and then I have to like get up and walk away for a while and just like think about my life. Like, that's how bad this fucking thing is. It's so awful. It's horrible. Like, all the characters are shitty. The gameplay sucks. Everything about it
terrible.
is bad.
Like, what was the lyric for that stupid cringe-ass song, We're the Newborn, We're the New Porn?
Yeah.
Who fucking says we're the new porn?
The official term is prawn, because, you know, you gotta
Oh,
self-center because we're all just, you know, freaking losers, apparently.
Oh,
Yeah,
my fucking
I
God.
played Dustborn, so you don't have to. Yeah, it's gonna be basically that.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
Yeah,
good-
also
the-
Hey Dragon.
Yeah, the title of the video is I played the worst game of the year, so you don't have to, basically, is what I'm getting.
Hey, hey,
So
hey!
Fucking bad.
We've got some really, like, you know, we've got some
Yeah,
good.
there's
There's some good stuff this year. All right, this has
Oh, yeah.
been quite the year for bad games.
yeah, we've got
Look.
Concord, we got
Concord,
fucking
oh, yeah.
Dustborn, the Star Wars game. There's
Wait,
a lot of
we got
lot of trash
Assassin's
came out in the
Creed
last like
Shadows.
month.
This is like this is a freaking year, man. I am.
Here's what I noticed with a lot of these bad games. Why do all the women have, like, big-ass, like, pointy fucking chins? Like, Crimson Chin-looking
Chins?
motherfuckers.
No,
like, what
Crimson
the
Chin
fuck?
is like a his
like
is like a tri-
like
like
the
a
fucked
square.
up jawline and the chin, like the girl from fucking Star Wars Outlaws has got the fucking big ass fucking cheeks and the chin jawline thing going on there.
Because
Like,
you're not
what-
they don't like the male gaze.
They got like that Superman chin where, you know, if you go to blow your nose, you're
You
wiping
know-
your butthole at the same time.
You know, women also like can appreciate looking at, you know, pretty women as well.
Yeah. That's
Women
why for
don't
like
looking at ugly
advertising.
women.
Yeah, that's like for advertising, like when you would go through like the magazine section, like in the 90s, all the stuff aimed at men had like a hot chick on the fucking cover and like explosions and shit, but also all the things aimed at women also had a hot chick on the cover. So turns
Right.
out everyone likes it.
I'm gonna be real. Not most people don't like playing as ugly protagonists. I'm sorry. Like, even as
Yeah,
a
they
guy,
don't.
I'm not into dudes, but even I don't want to play as some big fat ugly dude.
Yeah, it's like, and when you look at like graphics from games, like AAA games from like 2012, 2010 era, right? They look better than the games being made today.
Batman Arkham Knight.
Yeah, Arkham Knight's like
Arkham
all
Knight
this
is one of
shit.
the best games. Like, look, purely based on appearances, it is one of the best looking games possibly ever. Metal Gear Solid 5.
Was amazing. It was peak.
Like,
When it came to, well, not
The
with the story
graphics.
though, but
The
the gameplay
graphics.
was good and the graphics were good.
Yeah, it's
But
like
yeah,
we're regressing. We've gone backwards.
We
Like
have.
the games are now worse than they used to be, and for no reason. Well, there is a
the
reason.
frogs
but, you know.
have become tadpoles again,
Yeah. Is
and
The
like
tadpoles are
Rory
also
the-
gay, though.
Rory the dinosaur just said, "I love the male gays. It's why Bags is my broshi."
Also, I need to add that word broshi. I'm gonna remember that one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Add
too.
that into my lexicon.
Yes. But yeah,
Broshi.
what was it? All right. So let's segue. So I got it now. Now here are the meat and potatoes of the questions here.
Mhm, mhm.
Alrighty. All right. Let's see here. Fuck. Where am I at here? All right. So, what is your original VTuber lore and backstory?
All right, are you ready for this? It's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
we are. Make sure you're
When
sitting
you-
down, guys.
Yeah, make sure you're sitting down for this.
Sit on Daddy Razor's
I'm
lap.
gonna
and
tell you
story
my-
time. Oh, wait, that didn't
Ugh,
sound
no,
right.
that's-
I'm gonna tell you my genius process that I had. So I firmly believe in action and doing things instead of just sitting around and waiting before you do it. So when I decided to become a VTuber, I wrote my lore and made my character in like 2 hours, like just one night, and then I started streaming. So my lore I made up as I went. It was my original lore was that I was like a guy, a janitor that was cleaning one day and found a monkey paw and wished on the monkey paw that I had a hot girlfriend, and so it turned me into the girl but left my face the same. And so I had a fucking ugly male head on a hot woman's body, and that's why I wore a bag on my head.
Yeah, I was wondering that in the beginning. I remember
That
the Moonshine video
is peak.
where it made fun of how you were trying to get a hold of Kirsch, and you're like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you can't read."
Oh god, that was a long time ago. But yeah, so I wrote that lore and I couldn't draw and I didn't have money for a model. So I went around, I found it was literally like called a free to trace anime girl body. Like copyright free. You're allowed to trace this basically. So I traced it and colored it in really shitty. And
God.
part of the reason I had a bag on my head was because I couldn't draw faces, so I just put a bag on my head.
That's like the one character from Fat Albert who's got like the weird mask because they just wanted to save time with the drawing.
Yeah, basically. And
Or
so
like-
I was like, all right,
Oh,
here's my
God.
character, here's the design, here's my lore, done. Start stream, hit live, go. That was basically it.
That's awesome.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure I did I did pretty similar. Except I spent like a while like trying to get a model made in Droid.
So here that actually reminds me of a funny but also kind of cool backstory. So, are you familiar with G.I. Joe?
Somewhat.
Do you remember the really cool ninja everyone likes, Snake Eyes?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to know why, like, G.I. Joe, a military toy line, had a fucking ninja in the beginning?
Because it was fucking rad.
Because they wanted to
Oh,
ensure that
yes,
it
but
got
there's
banned
that.
in the UK.
I mean, and the funny thing is too, people don't seem to know this, but Snake Eyes is actually a white guy underneath, and the guy who wrote the G.I. Joe comics, which then became the cartoon, they asked him, as a Japanese American, why did he do that? He said, "I don't like the stereotype that only Asians are good at martial arts."
Oh my god, that's like really based.
And
Yeah,
now
yeah.
now it's the opposite.
That's why G.I. Joe fans were really pissed off that they casted Snake Eyes as an Asian.
Oh my god,
for the movie.
that's actually really based as far as like just that's actually
Yeah,
really cool
yeah,
of him.
Yeah, that was actually the whole purpose of the character. Yeah, that's what Larry Hama did. But anyway,
And
but
then
the
they
other
made-
reason,
and- yeah, that's really
the
weird,
other
though.
the other reason why he was a thing, it was because Hasbro wanted to save money on painting action figures. So they needed something that was just a generic solid black.
Hell
So
yeah.
they're like, well, kids like ninjas, let's just make him a ninja.
There you go. Simple.
Just add a ninja because it's easier to manufacture. You know what? Sounds about
Yeah,
right.
yeah, and they
So-
didn't want to sculpt a face.
Yeah,
so-
sometimes the simple solution works. Like, it's no problem. Go for it. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. Also, by the way, for those people out there that like to put together Gunpla and stuff, they actually made a licensed Hasbro Gunpla model, not by Bandai, but it was licensed by Hasbro, where you can build your own Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow figures. And then there's another set of kits to go with them where you can build your own ninja motorcycles for either figure.
Oh yeah, they also didn't have him
Which is
talk
badass.
to save on cost for voice
On
acting.
voice acting too. Yeah, because so they had an excuse for that too. They're like, oh yeah, so Snake Eyes was trying to save the token female G.I. Joe Scarlet and jumped in the way of an explosion, and then the shrapnel cut his vocal cords and fucked his face up.
There you go. Done.
Boom.
Sorry,
Easy.
that was a
We're
derailment.
saving all the money here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cheaping out did make one of the best G.I. Joes ever. I'm sorry, I'm a G.I. Joe autist.
You're
So much
an
so-
autist of a lot of things, Razor. Let's be honest. here.
I know. I hyperfixate on things. It's just
All right, don't
who I
mention
am.
trains
But,
around him.
Oh no, that's Audrey. Actually, I recommend everybody check out Audrey. He's a.
We
he's
know you're a train
YouTuber.
autist too.
Oh God.
Everybody
God
likes
damn it.
trains. It's
Yes,
just
everybody
what
does.
degree of train autist are you?
I mean, the best train autist that ever lived was Johnny Cash.
Exactly.
He
the man
was
was
a
a
train
fucking
autist.
Yeah, most of his songs are about fucking trains. Like half of them, and then the
Well,
other
that's
half
just-
are about being in prison.
That's just country
I have
songs in
to-
general.
I have to destroy all of my Johnny Cash albums. I've
Don't.
learned
What the
the
fuck?
truth.
Oh my God. Also, he was the spokesperson for Lionel during the 70s. He did commercials for them all the time. But yeah, we're getting off track here. I am sorry for my
When are we
tism
on
fit.
track, Razor?
I
When
mean,
we're
this
on a
is.
train.
Well, anyway, so how did you go from the anime girl with the bag on the head to a full-on anime girl, and then your latest incarnation, beefy man with pink hair?
First off, hair's purple, not pink.
Oh, pink.
And
Oh, sorry, purple.
It's really more of a
But-
lavender.
I'm retarded.
yeah, it's whatever. But so I had the P&G for a while. I had that for like months. And then I was like, okay, let's get a VTuber model. Once again, couldn't afford one. And so I was like, I'll make one. Well, I can't draw once again. So I was like, instead of trying to figure out and practicing drawing for years to make a decent looking anime model, I'm just going to learn Blender instead. And so then I learned Blender in like 2 months and made my own model in Blender that was just scuffed as shit, but it was funny. And so eventually though, I was like, I want a 2D model and like a good one. And so trying to just go around to different modelers and find one that was also affordable and looked well. I talked to Moy, the horse girl, and like found out her.
Mori.
Yeah. And like was like, hey, who made your bottle? Because I like your bottle. And she's like, oh, it's this person. It was Casty. And so I got a model from them. And I basically told them, I was like, yeah, I want purple hair, I want big tits, and I want him to be a janitor because that's my lore, basically, essentially. And that's what he did. And so my thought process for the model was just like, I like big tits. Everyone else likes big tits. Let's have a big tit model. Like they're done. Like that's it.
I mean, who doesn't like big tits? Like this is all right.
Who
all right.
doesn't?
Yeah.
So like I always say this. Big tits open many doors. This is why they are called knockers.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's why I will go nowhere in life.
So I was just like, let's do that. That's fun. And
Big tits are the #1 power in the world. Yes.
yeah, but like eventually, I didn't think about it at the time, but you know, there was let's just say a lot of guys trying to pretend to be women, and people were thinking it's very weird, and so I was like, maybe this model isn't good to use as a guy, because like people's first impression, if they don't know anything about me, they're like, oh, he's trying to deceive me, he's trying to lie to me, they're like all kinds of shit. And then also Kirsha, god damn it, fucking was saying I was in the pipeline because every guy that used a female model, yeah, it was like guy using female model to like femboy pipeline. Like every guy who used a female model became a femboy, like in real life.
Is that why fucking Moonshine made you a fucking femboy in the fucking videos?
That's part of it. But so I was like, you know what? Fine, let's get a male model. And then I like trying to find someone to do a male model is like impossible. It's like it's almost,
yeah, I imagine
you can't do it, like, because everyone who makes a male model basically makes a male model that looks like a female, like that, honestly. And so the only ones that can make like a masculine looking male model are usually Japanese artists. But luckily I was friends with Senna, and I was like, Senna, can you make me a male model? Because literally no one else can. Like, they can't make them. And so she's like, yeah. And she's like, what do you want? I was like, I want like a fucking muscular male model. Like that looks like a strong man or something, essentially. And so, yeah, then she made it. And that's what I've been using.
Nice.
But,
yeah, I can vouch it's hard to make a male VTuber model look masculine.
I admit though, I have never heard of the Bobby
really
Nigu to femboy pipeline. I've never heard of that
That's
one.
because it's not real, but it's one of those things where it's like you can't prove that it's not real because they're like, oh well, it's just a matter of time, like you haven't done it yet, but you will. So it's just like, it's just like, I'm just a straight guy, and they're like, well, but one day, and it's just like, oh my god. Yeah, I got fucking tired. I got tired of those fucking jokes too. I was like, I'm just gonna be a male.
You will wear the dress one day.
No, I won't.
Yeah, as someone who worked on my own model, it is hard. Like, shit, man, fucking Vroid. Most Vroid male models look very twinkish, and I had to do a lot of cheating to make my model look masculine and beefy. And the same thing with my friend in chat right here. Speaking of artists, we have Audrey here. We talked about him earlier. He's in chat.
The supreme train artist.
Yes, he is the train artist. He is the final boss of train
The
autism.
most autistic of all the artists in the world.
I joke around and say that he is the dictator of Trackistan. Because, like, the majority of his train collection are military trains with, like, missiles and shit on them.
It's like it's the weirdest bit of overlap. Just trains and guns.
Oh, yeah. But, I worked on his model, too. Actually, his model is based off the framework from mine. What I had to do, actually, to get, like, the bulk on the arms here, I actually had to... So the muscles are actually a shirt. It is actually a shirt texture that I made to look like a skin texture, and then I just messed with the proportions on the shirt.
Oh, that's very interesting,
give it
Razor. I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, to give it the illusion of muscles. And then I used the muscle textures that I found off a booth and put them over them.
Yeah, I've turned my mic up more for people. Hopefully they can hear me a little bit better now.
Yeah, I have
maybe
you-
one,
I have
maybe
Crystal
one,
completely maxed out.
maybe one day Bag can be the dictator of Trapistan.
Oh
No, I don't
no!
want to be.
The pipeline Bag. It's the pipeline. You're already
Damn
in
it.
it. You'll
I'm so sorry for
relapse one
derailing the
day.
combo again. Trapistan. Oh no! Oh no! Watch, Moonshine's probably gonna. Oh no! Then it was Pakistan. Now it's Trapistan. Oh no!
The God Emperor of Trapistan.
Oh my god! Oh Jesus! Trapezoid.
I'm
Oh dear
sorry.
God!
But-
I'm so sorry.
I'm
I'm so
sorry.
sorry for derailing this shit.
Oh, you're good. But yeah, man,
Oh.
trying to find like someone who makes male models is so fucking hard. Because yeah, they're always feminine looking because they're like, yeah, I could draw the female form. And so like if they're like, can you draw a man? They're like, yeah, absolutely. Then just draw a man that's like the same female base model essentially. And so
Yeah, you just draw a girl, but you imply that it's a guy.
yeah, it's like give it a sharper chin or something. Or the ones that can draw like a male model, like they're Japanese, they don't speak any English. They usually only work for corpos or something like that. And I'm just like, fuck it, like set up, please.
Untouchable, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, it was hard. It was hard finding one.
Oh yeah. You know,
Mhm.
okay, you just made me remember something. So
Okay, nearly quality. I'm sorry. Quality said, I mean, have you seen how anime guys look like? I'm going to retort
this is true.
Kenshiro.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like super fucking jacked anime dudes and stuff like Armstrong and Full Battle Alchemist,
And
like all the
Guts from
Dragon Ball Z
Berserk.
characters, JoJo characters, like all of them. Like it shouldn't be that hard. Like surely someone could draw these.
I care
like,
more
just
about Fist of the North Star than I should as somebody who's never seen it.
It's just
Literally grabbed the first three. Literally just grabbed the first three JoJo Pro tags. Yeah, exactly.
like yeah, but like
Hell, even
Yeah.
Jolene Joestar. I mean, for a chick, she was beefy as shit too.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, anything post Kirito I will give you. Yeah,
yeah,
it's all
so,
downhill from there.
Kiruto
like-
was the beginning and the end for anime male pro tags. Now they're all twinkish.
Yeah, it's just like it's like all these dudes in anime. There's like so many masculine-looking guys in anime, but when it comes to VTubing, like no one makes them.
Not really, no.
Not really.
I mean, shit. You have one who's literally a fucking skeleton. That's Silvervale's older brother, Kenzetsu.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's hard. It's really
is.
fucking hard. Like shit. VTuber is gonna be working on my live TV. Wishy, which actually I have her as one of the patches on my play carrier here. She's a Cal VTuber from Germany. She does like a lot of like tactical games, so she's got like a tactical theme.
yeah, I know
Anyway,
Wishy.
that's why. Oh, okay. Yeah, I went with her because there's a few VTuber artists that are good with that stuff. So she tells me, yeah, it's gonna be the first time I'm gonna work on a male, specifically a male that's like very masculine and bulky.
hmm
So it might take a while.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, I trust Wishy at the very least to do as
I
the
do
best
too.
that she
She's a
can.
fucking
Also,
excellent,
didn't she do
excellent artist.
Didn't she do Drifter?
No, that was she did the rigging for it. The artist for Drifter was Jizzy. Now,
Okay.
Jizzy, what an unfortunate name. Jizzy, hey Dimitri. Speaking of blacksmiths, yeah, my resident blacksmith in chat is here.
Dimitri,
Hell yeah.
you're always blowing soot out of your nose, right?
Yeah, but yeah, Wishy is she's great. But yeah, Jizzy is a really good artist. He's actually one of the best right now in the business when it comes to tactical themed VTubers. That's a big niche in itself, the tactical VTuber community, actually.
yeah. That's like
Yeah.
that's like the majority of male VTubers is like femboy or tactical. That's like it's like which way Western man. Like,
I know a guy who's both. His name's Chaser. He's from Korea. He's a cat femboy with like pink hair and
No,
nail
he's a blonde?
polish, and he's blonde. Well, okay. Oh, that's right. No, his equipment is pink. I forgot.
Yeah.
He's blonde. He's got the pink ribbons in his hair. He's got the pink helmet and plate carrier and the pink AR-15. Oh my god, it's hilarious.
I really
Femboy.
want to collab with him sometime.
Jesus Christ, Rory. Barracks femboy keeping your squad warm and their balls empty. Oh
No!
no!
Oh
So we're gonna get to the next question.
yeah.
So I noticed you've been doing a lot of face camming. If you don't mind me asking, like, what made you do that lately? Sometimes I see VTubers do that when they're like in between a new model or they just feel like doing it.
Yeah. I made that decision because like there was a lot of stuff I wanted to do on stream and I couldn't while I was still VTubing. And then like I was really paranoid for a while, right? Because like since I've been a VTuber, like I hadn't showed my face or anything, right? So I didn't show my face on stream for like 2.5 years. I was a straight VTuber, like you're supposed to. And I was like, I think if you're a VTuber, you should show your face usually. But then I was like, I don't think anyone gives a shit, especially like if you're a male. I don't think people care. And so I was just like, I wanted to like put a computer together and like clean out my my game collection and do a bunch of stuff like on stream. And I was like, well, I need to have camera. And I was like, and I was getting ready to go to Offkai at the time. So I was like, people are going to see me at Offkai anyway. And I was like, I'm just going to use my fucking webcam, whatever. And I did. And it all worked out and it's been fine. And like before I did VTubing, I was a face cam streamer anyway. Like I said, I wasn't consistent with it and I never got anywhere with it. But like, so I didn't care if people knew what I look like. You know, I'm just some guy. And so, yeah, I was like, I'm just going to do that. And since then, like, everything's been fine. Actually more than fine. Like, my numbers and stuff have gone up because I've, like, even though I'm a VTuber, I don't really do VTuber things. Like, I'm basically just like a normal guy streamer with a VTuber model. And so I was like, maybe I just become like a normal fucking face streamer. Like, I don't know. Like, I still watch VTubers. It'll be like, you know, like Connor or Tectone or somebody who's like in the VTuber space, but they're not really a VTuber.
Like VTuber adjacent.
Yeah, like VTuber adjacent kind of. And so I've been doing that mostly. And yeah, it's been fine. It's been good.
It's good. Hey, as long as you're comfortable with it, you know? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may do a face reveal someday. Well, by quote unquote face reveal, I mean I'm gonna wear a mask. I'm probably gonna get somebody to make a mask where the lower half looks like an anime character, so it covers it.
Yeah, it's
Because I do plan to cosplay as myself at cons.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I'm ever at a con, you will not know I'm there.
But yeah, that's basically why I decided to, because I was like, I don't give a shit. Let's go. It's like, once again, I don't plan things out much. I just do them.
Right. Let's see. Oh yeah, so this one I have to say. All right, I'm gonna pause the synthwave for this one.
Huh?
Okay.
Wait, what's going on?
Also, Denny Remington, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I'm gonna play the God of War music again here. Okay. You're not fooling anybody. Mr. Moonshine already pretty much exposed you at Offkai.
Oh, no.
We know you're Kratos. We know you're Kratos. What have you been doing since the destruction of Asgard, and what pantheon are you looking to absolutely fuck up next?
I've been planning on the destruction of the pantheon of the U.S. government.
Based.
Wait, so like, are you gonna kill George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and whatever, or are you gonna
Yeah,
kill?
well,
No,
I think someone got to him first.
No. I think he means like the current government. So he's basically pulling an Armstrong.
Oh, okay.
Hell
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Which is
just
base.
remember, just make sure the last thing they hear is taxation is theft.
Exactly. I'm gonna walk into the fucking CIA headquarters and slam my dick on the table.
Oh my god. You know, that actually reminds me of, I don't know if you've seen the Twisted Metal show that they did for Peacock.
Oh no, I never watched it.
Oh god, have you ever played Twisted Metal at all?
Yeah, I love Twisted Metal.
Okay, so Mr. Slam, the way they introduce him in the show, he's a bartender and he's this big, like, burly fucking lumberjack guy, and he's like, yeah, they call me Mr. Slam. They call me that because I could crush watermelons with my massive penis. And there's
just gonna be blunt about it. Just gonna be blunt about it.
There's both figuratively and literally, like, literally there is a scene where everyone in the bar gathers with a drink in their hand to watch him break a watermelon, and you just see this massive bulge where it looks like he's got a log in there, and he just lifts it up, and then boom, it splits the watermelon. This is so fucking funny. And then in the fight scene, he's like swinging around, hitting people with it.
I am horrified.
So I need to watch the show, is what you're saying.
It's a good show.
What
actually.
show?
Like,
I checked out.
Twisted
what?
Metal. Like the show literally begins with John Doe drifting and shooting at other cars through an actual abandoned mall, while Cypress Hill is blaring Rock Superstar.
Dimitri says not to talk about him.
Which is badass. Why are you talking about Dimitri's dick unless you want to see it? Dimitri calls his Operation Crack. See, the ladies call mine the scimitar, but well, that's a story for another day.
I thought
Anyway.
it's pronounced scimitar.
Scimitar, I don't know. Anywho, let's see. Yeah, well, I think we already got to this one. So what was what the cat femboy design Moonshine went for to portray you in his videos?
So part of it was the pipeline thing, but also like when I did Donathon last year into this year, I was in a Donathon for like 6 months where I was live almost 24/7 every day. And I had like an ASMR excuse me, I choked. Like an ASMR redeem thing. And so people would redeem it, and they just constantly made me read like Femboy and Catboy like copy pastas, and then they would clip it and send it to Moonshine. so they just started using that model because they thought it was funny. That was pretty much it.
Okay.
It was pretty funny.
Okay. All right, Bagster.
And now he has you as Kratos.
Yeah.
All right, Bagster. You need to give us your best nya.
Oh
Nya
no.
and Catboy, nya.
Oh no. Oh god. You know, if someone wanted to make me fucking howl like a wolf on stream one time, like, I'm not doing it. I'm not a furry. No, I don't do that shit. No.
I just
my
want him to, to drink out of a dog bowl and like make sure you get all like the maximum schlop sounds out of it.
We're not fucking mentioning any of that shit. It's bad enough I am dealing with dog accusations.
What do you mean
Shut
mentioning
up.
it? Has it happened already?
Oh god damn you, Shiroi. Now I have to fucking explain. Okay, so for charity, alright, so I've been doing volunteer work for this charity called StackUp.org, where they raise money to help active and prior service members, not just from the U.S. military, but from like anyone allied with America.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the donation goals was if we hit 300 or we hit the first $100, I had to eat a dog biscuit on stream. And the fucked up part is, the dog biscuit actually didn't taste that bad. I will never eat it again, though, because I
Why
felt
not?
sick afterwards.
That
Yeah.
was just that was your body
texture was weird.
transforming.
Oh god. Like, look, I know I'm a werewolf, but no.
Heal boy. Heal boy.
Oh, shut up. You know, it's funny, that same collab we were playing Killing Floor, and when I got killed in the last, like, by the boss in the last round, my friends were like, no, they killed the good boy, time to go John Wick mode on this motherfucker. They're like, I call upon the power of Keanu Reeves.
Don't worry, if we
Why
ever
would you want
meet
to
in
use a
person, I'll
ballista
make sure
on
to give you.
Shirai?
I'll make sure to.
Shirai is good. No.
Huh? What?
Don't. Dimitri's asking to use a ballista on you. No.
It's not gonna be enough. You need a lot more than a ballista.
Yeah. So, what was the next one here? So, we were talking about, like, male VTubers and how it's hard to get, like, a masculine model. But, like, what are your thoughts on a lot of, like, the frequently brought up topic by a lot of people, like,
The male
in
debuff.
the VTuber space?
Oh my god.
Well,
One,
not just that, just the absolute, just I
the
don't
shit
know,
show that is the male VTuber space.
well, like the fact that just people just judge you just because you're a guy in like a predominantly female space.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't feel good. Like, let me two parts. The male debuff I don't think exists. I think there's a
I
female
don't
buff.
think so either.
I think, but as far as a male debuff, I don't think exists. I think most people, like if I'm honest, are not good streamers and they need to work on it. Like if I'm just being honest, and then they need to get better at streaming. And once they're better at streaming, then they need to get better at marketing themselves, which they also don't do. So it's just like, it's not a debuff. You just have to work.
I'm
Just
just
gotta
gonna
work
say,
harder.
I am proof that just because you're a cute girl does not mean that you are going to succeed as a VTuber.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know
and
a
the
lot
avatar
of
isn't-
female VTubers that are like very good at it and like have their cute girl have cute model, and like I have like if we get into numbers, like I have higher numbers than them. Like, but so like it's not just cute girl win the VTubing game. Like you have to fucking work. Like that's what it is. That's what you have to do no matter what. Like, do
I agree.
some people get lucky? Yeah, absolutely. But most people that I see succeed got there through work. And so you just have to do that. And like a lot of people don't want to, or they don't want to admit it. And they don't want to admit that, oh, maybe my content's not good. Like, how can I improve it? Like they turn on their stream and then they just play a game where they barely talk during it. And like they're inconsistent and like all kinds of shit. And that's mostly their issues. So, yeah.
Now, I will say this. You know, you do have a lot of male VTubers. I've come across many who will bitch and
Very
moan
salty individuals.
about the male debuff, and it's like, no, there's no fucking male debuff. Like
Yeah.
you said.
Like
The issue is they just don't work hard enough. They think just because pretty anime model you're gonna get views. No, you have to have a personality to go with it.
I spent
Yeah.
nearly $3,000
I'm sorry.
on my VTuber model.
A puppet is useless without the puppeteer.
Yeah. And also like with it, like it's not a debuff, but you got to realize also you're like a niche within a niche. Like VTubing is already a niche. Like male VTuber is more of one. So it's like your audience is like more limited, I guess. So you could say it's like a debuff in that way. But there's so many people that like you could also grow, because most people don't watch male VTubers because they're like, I watch VTubers, so I want to see cute girl doing cute thing. And they've written off male VTubers mostly because they're like,
Those aren't people you
they're
can
all-
reasonably look at and say, yeah, this is somebody who I could totally add to my community.
Yeah, but they'll write off male VTubers because like they've clicked on like some of the biggest male VTubers and like, oh, they're all like, they're gay or whatever. Like,
I mean,
so,
Right.
okay, listen.
but
There are some,
But-
some of the guys in Hollow Stars.
I mean, I will. Yeah. Oops, sorry.
But
go
what
ahead.
I'm saying is like if you are just like a normal dude VTuber and you can market yourself and like you putting out like shorts and videos and stuff and getting eyes on you, then there's also all these potential people that like have written off male VTubers that would come to your audience because like maybe that's something they want to see and they just haven't found one yet that they're interested in. So
Right.
yeah, I don't think there's a debuff.
Yeah,
but-
no, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like again, like I feel like it's just complaining.
I
Yeah,
guess
but-
for me, I kind of perceive the reduced potential audience as being the debuff. You know what I mean?
but I
Also,
do, but like I think there's reduced potential audience because they haven't seen like just normal dude VTubers, so they've kind of written them off. So if they do see one, they become potential audience, is what I mean.
I feel
Right,
like you might be
also,
giving them a little bit too much benefit of the doubt there, just because like
Yeah, I mean maybe.
people
Also, super Madge, thank you for the follow. Sorry.
people don't typically. Thing is, people don't really like going too far out of what they're comfortable with. You know,
Yeah,
that's just my
And-
perspective. Yeah.
yeah, but like I get it because like I don't really watch male VTubers, but even though I am one, but I also don't watch many streams of anybody in general right now because I'm usually busy on my own stuff. So I'll watch my friends' streams basically like on occasion. That's about it.
Yes,
Right? So yeah, so I can't really be like, oh, well, I don't really watch male VTubers, but like because I'm not the target audience, but like I don't watch anybody almost. And then when I do watch VTubers, like I'll be honest, I want to see cute girls doing cute shit. Like that's what I want to see. And so usually I watch, female VTubers, and that's how it is.
Baby, that's
Right.
what it's all
I'm right.
about.
I'm right there with you. I mean, there are certain male VTubers I watch just because they're just fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, I mostly follow VTubers not so much for like their gender or whatever. It's if they make content that I like. Like, I'll give you an example. Sleepy Project and Whiskey Project. I watch them because they play mainly military and science fiction games, and I like those games. The same thing goes for Wishy. You know?
Yeah.
And then, like, my friends, I like to support my friends.
Mhm.
But yeah.
But like
Um,
but the other part of the question, which is like being a male in like a female dominated space is like, yeah, it's hard. Like people like, man, if you are a dude and you collab with someone's Oshi, they will fucking hate you forever. Like they'll come after you for
Oh,
the
yeah.
rest of your days, man. Like it's
Parasocial shit goes
Like-
hard.
The Gaki
Yeah, even
Koi
if-
is a scary thing.
even if you don't collab with their Oshi, if they like think that like you're talking to them like behind the scenes, they'll fucking lose their mind. Like
Oh yeah, they get all angry. They're like hissing like,
My precious.
Well-
Stay away from my precious.
yeah, and it's
Okay.
like
Okay. Quality did bring up another interesting thing. How a lot of really popular male VTubers tend to be sex pests.
yeah, yeah, there's a reputation.
yeah, like the
There's,
evil
like it's a
toaster
bad
shithead.
reputation that a lot of male VTubers have. And yeah, it's not fun to have to deal with, like honestly. Because like you can't like how you can't prove a negative. So you can't like prove your innocence because they're like, "Oh, you're being nice to so and so cuz you're trying to fuck them." And it's like we're just friends, man. Like I don't know. Like I don't know.
Get. I'm sorry. Walk away from the computer desk. Go touch grass. Go to the gym. If you want to touch ass, you must first touch grass.
Yeah, it's like
And then you gotta touch iron.
it's just I don't know, because it's like if you wanted to get laid, it's so much easier to get laid than trying to become a VTuber for like 3 years or something. Like, what kind of like I don't know. People think you're like a mastermind trying to do. Yeah, you're playing the long game. You could go to the fucking Applebee's and pick up the single mom on like a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. if you're trying to fuck something. Like it's not
really,
hard.
it's really not hard to get laid. If you can
Yeah,
throw your
You
standards out the window.
7 years
like-
to become a
Oh my
content
God.
creator just to hook up with one person.
I
Yeah.
knew
And-
a guy in my National Guard unit. He would literally fuck anything with a pulse and had an XY chromosome.
Wait,
Like,
who's
oh
Toaster?
my god. Evil Toaster, he was that male
Mm,
VTuber,
yeah,
the Twitch
yeah.
ambassador.
Oh god. Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like I understand why people think that way because there's a lot of dudes that do that apparently. Like the fucking Evil Toaster guy holding like collabs with Vsojo essentially like over people's heads to talk to them and shit. Like it happens. Like it's like it always happens. Like this is I freak out like if someone like tries to joke about that stuff because I'm like, you don't understand. If you make that joke, someone's gonna think it's serious, and then I'm gonna have to deal with that rumor for the next like 3 years. So no, let's just put a stop to that right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so,
Can we
yeah.
not? Can we
Yeah.
not?
So like,
just remember to do the, you hover your arm over if you ever like, are like to make any physical contact. Gotta
I
be
don't
like,
want to. I don't.
what's his name?
I don't want to
Who's
make
the guy
any
that
physical
does that?
contact.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Here's my thing, right? Like, it's my personal policy. Now, I will say this. I did date a VTuber once. Right? But that's only because we started out as friends and then we joined each other's company enough and trusted each other enough to actually go through with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the majority, like I avoid getting in, like I don't treat VTubing like a fucking dating service like some
Right.
of these more shittier male VTubers do.
Dude, some
Yeah.
people, I tell ya.
Treat it like your job.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the exact same thing. Like if people don't understand, it's like if you work in like a corporate setting or something, it would be the exact same as like dating a coworker. And so when like if you think about it, like all that could really happen with that is drama, right? It's like only bad things could happen, basically. It's like if you guys break up and you still have to see each other at work, like it's just gotta be bad. So
Oh,
it's
it's
just
gotta be terrible.
it's not.
You're
It's
gonna
not
have a
good.
bad time.
You
Yeah,
see that
and-
person you just don't want to see ever. Ugh. And it's
Like,
every day.
Yeah,
I'll
and,
be
like,
real. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if someone's trying to get into content creation to like hook up with a Roshi or something, don't become a content creator. You become a manager. Like that's how you groom them. Like
Oh god.
Or
Oh,
get a
my
really
God.
well-paying job and become her oil baron.
yeah, there you go.
That's how you
There's
really
that.
groom them.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I mean,
fucking God,
once
I'm
you're
gonna take a
6,000
Right.
once you're 6,000 subs in, you know.
Yeah, if you're
I-
if you're
What's
trying
she gonna
know.
do? Say no to
there
a
are
video
several-
call?
Sure. I don't know about that. There are several Pokemon fans that are living in fucking cardboard boxes that would beg to differ.
yeah, if you're trying to groom your Oshi, you got to become either their head mod or their manager.
Oh dear fucking God. Or
Wait.
get
People
to
have
know
mod
them like a
hierarchies?
normal fucking person.
Uh-huh.
I just like tell people you're a mod now. That's what we do. It's like I don't really. Huh. Anyways.
Oh god, but like like I was saying, like I understand completely why people think that, but I don't know. I'm just some guy. I didn't start VTubing to try to bang VTubers. I just liked VTubing because I would work 12-hour shifts and I could come home and like VTubers would be on and I thought it was fun. And so I was like, I'm gonna become a VTuber, and that's about it. And like I said, I don't want people think that way because there's been so fucking many that have like so many twitlongers about just random guys. But like I think there's something to also like when male and female VTubers collab, it's hard to make content, honestly, like when you're in like a mixed group
Without making it awkward.
Without making it awkward, because like let's be real, like part of it is like flirty stuff and like making gay jokes and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So like
Right.
when it's an all-female group, they can make Yuri jokes and all kinds of stuff, and it's fine. And when dudes are all in a group, they make gay jokes all the time. But when it's male and female mixed together, like people don't think you're joking. Like you can't make those jokes. And so it kind of becomes, unless you're like very familiar with each other, then it becomes awkward. And like the content is worse. Like honestly it is. So like you have to collab multiple times with the same male-female group to get comfortable enough to joke with each other. And then the audience has to understand their jokes. And there's always going to be people in the audience that don't think it's a joke and don't like it. And so it's tough. It's tough. Like, I'm not going to name any names, but like there's people I talk to behind the scenes, like female VTubers, like, that they just like, they're fine talking to me behind the scenes, but like they straight up won't collab with me because I'm a male. Like they're like, no males on stream.
Well, yeah,
like, I get it. Like
sorry, but simping is a fucking mental illness sometimes.
Well,
like,
I mean, it's
there's a well, I mean, all right, there's a supportive fan, right, and then you have the simp. The supportive fan is gonna loan either Oshi, like that monthly subscription, the occasional merch purchase, right? They'll tune in. But then you have the simp who just is obsessive.
I don't even it's also just like content. Like example, like I used to watch Game Grumps all the time, right? And they would bring on like Susie or somebody, like Aaron's wife, and it would completely destroy the group dynamic. Like it just fucked it up. Like, so it's not necessarily just simping. It's like, I think it also actually makes the content worse usually. Like unless like
there's that
they
too,
can really vibe, then
Yeah, I think I can kind of get that.
yeah. So like an example of like somebody who can like vibe with anybody, like Doki Bird. She collabs with a lot of dudes, but like she can vibe with them like well, like she's one of the boys. But like if you were like a dude and you tried to collab with a girl who does a lot of like GFE, like it's like regardless of people simping out, it's not gonna be good content either way because like you don't vibe together. So that's part of it, is like that's part of the reason like male and female collabs kind of go off the rail a lot of times, and why a lot of women don't want males on their stream. Like that's part of it.
And that's true. It's true. Like, all right, so like Shirai, me and Shirai, we vibe together very well.
That often with the only females.
Like me and Shirai, we vibe together really well because Shirai has the little sister energy. She doesn't do the GFE experience.
Mm-hmm.
Her content is very much like I'm just hanging out with friends.
Yeah,
basically, like she's got that very chill atmosphere about her.
Mm-hmm.
And me, I'm just the edgy asshole older brother.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'll tell you this. I know for one, I would not be able to fucking collab with, like, let's say, God, what's a good female VTuber to give an example with?
Mike Neko.
Oh no, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot fucking pole. No,
why?
No,
Why not?
No,
Well, probably because she'll
well, look what she did to
psychologically and
Mafu
physically
Mafu.
abuse you.
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, there's that. Also, I'm an animal lover, and the way she treats her pets, no. Silverville, yeah, well, that's the thing. Silverville is very girly. She's very girly, right? I could not.
Yeah, that's difficult. Yeah.
She's like into moe cutesy stuff. Meanwhile, I'm the edgy asshole who likes guns. I swear a lot. I say the C word a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I say the C word more than most Australians on stream when I get angry.
Oh no.
Yeah, I would not jive well with her.
Yeah. That's just like that's how it is. Like sometimes, like regardless, like it's just you're less likely to vibe with somebody. And so like even then, it's just like sometimes it's better if you don't, right? And so that's another thing, like if people do VTubing and stuff and they're like, I would have collab with this big VTuber, and it'll be like someone with like 2 viewers, and like the person they want to collab with has 1,000, and like they'll contact them and just be like, "Do you want to collab?" And they're like, "Oh," and they say no, and they're like, "Oh, they don't want to collab with me because I don't have any numbers." It's like they don't fucking know who you are. Like they don't know what the vibe would be if they
No,
collab
man,
with
you gotta be friends with the person first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's like if you collab with somebody, the goal should be to make good content together. Like, and so if someone has high number and they don't know who the fuck you are, and you don't have a history of content that they can go and look at to see who you are, that they're gonna say no. And it's like people just like, oh, it's because number. It's like, no, it's because no one, like, you haven't put in any work. No one knows who the fuck you are in person. Like no one
Especially
owes
if you
anything.
do low quality content. Like there are a couple of VTubers who I've only collabed with them once and never did it again.
Yeah, there's
Like,
a lot of people.
I'll give you an example. One guy I collabed with had a therapist appointment over the phone while we were collabing.
Ah,
You know, that sounds like great content, honestly. Like, you should get with them
What?
again.
why?
No,
What?
no. And the other thing too, they just quality was not in their vocabulary, because holy shit, I did a collab with them. I said, hey, I'm gonna have the start and soon screen here, and we'll be going live soon, like 5 minutes. And he goes, oh man, I'm already streaming right now. I'm like, what? And
You just saying, dude, I said like 5 racial slurs.
no, Jesus, shut up. No, but it's like, yeah, like, I usually take that 5 minutes to, you know, get like Twitter ready and all that other shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have everything set up ahead of time, like we did before we went. No, I don't do that. Okay, look, the worst you're gonna hear from me is when you're around elves, watch yourselves, and that's it.
Those fucking elves.
The fucking elves. Actually, no, I actually like elves. I may or may not be an elf supremacist.
Yeah. If
Dwarf-
it's a
dwarves
lady
are-
elf
dwarves
with
are
big
better.
booba, pretty good.
Yeah, like dwarves are cool, but my pee don't get hard to dwarves. Elf women.
Come on,
are
don't you
more-
wanna stroke her lady beard?
No.
See, goblin women, though, you can get
No.
those.
You can probably
See,
get all sorts of
Dencon.
disease from a
Oh,
goblin.
Dencon's Zenith Shed is a man of culture. Friggin' pull proportion gentrified.
Lady beard.
Yes, fucking goddamn Ravendale's Quest. That is a fucking great video. We watched those 2 videos. Bag, I actually highly recommend those. They're fucking hysterical.
What are they?
Ravendale's Quest.
Okay.
That shit's fucking great. I'm sorry, I keep derailing.
This entire thing has been derailed for a while. I
Yeah, it's
imagine.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
no,
we're
but
just vibing. We're just vibing.
Yeah, we're
just
vibing.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
We're having fun.
But there's been a lot of people I've collabed with where like you know, they're good VTuber or streamer or whatever, and we got along fine, but like I was like, the content wise, I don't know if we just vibe together. So like, you know, it's just there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and But yeah, back to the original question of like the male VTuber sex pest thing. Like, yeah, there's a lot of them. This just don't be one.
Don't be one.
And yeah, like I said, if you're trying to get into content
Razor and
creation as a
Daxter,
way
good example
to
of what kind of male VTuber to be.
yeah, is like
Yes.
if you're trying to get into content creation to like as a way to date, there's much easier routes you can take than trying to be a content creator. Like,
Yeah, for real.
you don't have
At that point, you're not even a content creator. You're just LARPing.
Alright,
Yeah.
okay. But here's the real question. What if you get into content creation so that you can hook up with a GFE tuber that like a bunch of people are interested in? Explicitly to spite a single member of her audience.
you're trying to hook up with them to NTR a specific audience member.
Oh my god.
That's big
Oh.
brain play.
Oh god, bag. What I'm gonna have to do after stream, I'm gonna have to share with you a video. Because there is a gacha game. So I don't know if you're familiar with Girls Frontline, but the sequel for it has been active in China for a bit. The English release is supposed to be like by the end of the year, but
Is that the
No.
one where there's like if you didn't log in during special events, like your favorite girl would get like NTR you?
something like that. Yeah. The
Wait,
Chinese
what?
audience was so okay, the Chinese audience was angry because it was a specific character. So backstory to this, real quick, long and short. The plot of the game is you run a PMC in a dystopian cyberpunk future where all the mercenaries are android girls and they're codenamed after the guns they use. So, gun waifu. And the one that's popular with the Chinese Chinese fans is Type 95, based off the shitty Chinese Type 95 rifle. Well, to be honest with you, I hate Chinese firearms. Anyway,
They're just rip-offs of American firearms.
she is like super popular, and I can kind of see why she is quite voluptuous. Anyway, they were angry because in the second game there is a subplot where she is friends with this dude named Rainman, this NPC who isn't even significant in the main plot of the game. He doesn't even have his own character model. He's just a PNG in a text box, right? And it was just a wholesome little subplot where she felt bad for the maintenance guy on base with his mental problems, and she was just trying to help him. The Chinese fans freaked the fuck out, thought he was supposed to be her boyfriend, and then they accused the devs of making them go through NTR. And so they review bombed the game on Bilibili.
Never get involved with the Chinese in anything.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's hysterical. And you know what? The devs were so fucking angry about it because the Chinese fans were being such children. The Valentine's Day event they did this past year, every other girl in the game gives the player a box of chocolates and a love note. And meanwhile, Type 95 just gives you a toothbrush and says, "Commander, you should brush your teeth after eating all that chocolate."
That's peak.
Yes, it is.
That's peak.
Oh god.
I do
God.
admit though.
Sorry.
I do admit though. It's pretty distasteful though for the developers to be like that. Honestly.
What is NTR is like getting cucked?
Detorare.
Yeah.
Netorare. Yeah, it means getting cucked. Pretty much. Although it's usually a consensual cuckold.
No, it's not consensual.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah, I
Well,
thought
I mean-
NTR
Oh, okay.
was like specifically the heartbreak.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, like it's
Cucking males makes to make
yeah,
you want to get
NTR is like the I'm pretty sure it's like your girlfriend hooks up with somebody else behind your back and you discover it and you become
Yeah.
heartbroken from it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right now, though. If you're a Chinese fan, which I'm pretty sure you can't be able to watch Twitch because I think Twitch isn't allowed in social credit land, but if by some weird reason you're watching this, I'm sorry to say this, but your waifu is shit. Pick a better waifu.
Based.
I'm sorry, UMP45 is best girl, so is Sopmod.
Dude,
M4 Sopmod.
I can agree. I don't understand how anyone could actually like NTR. It honestly makes zero sense to me.
No. It's not mainland Taiwan, Dencon. It's West Taiwan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
mainland Taiwan is in the east.
I never play any gacha games because they never made sense to me, and plus I'm broke, so
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first Girls Frontline I would recommend. I have a lot of the rare girls in the game. I didn't even spend a dime. Like, literally, the game rewards you with resources just for playing the game.
Yeah,
Like-
I don't really spend money when I play
Yeah.
gacha games typically.
You can marathon that fucking game in one night. Like, I went for like 6 hours not having to buy any of the resources and shit to keep playing, because they just reward you with an ass load just for achievements and gameplay.
I have a friend who has re-rolled their Fire Emblem Heroes account no fewer than 30 times.
What the fuck?
He was a total cheapskate and wouldn't spend any money on it, which, granted, I never spent money on it either. But, like, dude, just, like, he'd see something new in the game and would be like, okay, I'm thinking, like, he likes breaking games, that sort of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he likes it when he can just, like, break games. He's really good at D&D, apparently. And he just like, he tries to make these overpowered combos with the different units and skills. And it's just hilarious, because you just re-roll every time a new banner would pop up.
the most I've gotten into a gacha game has been Mahjong Soul, because Razul taught me Jong, and I think I spent like $20 on it. I'm like, why am I spending money on this? Like, it doesn't change the game. So I stopped. But that was about it.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever really get into Mahjong.
It's hard to get into. It's tough.
Like I tried a little bit with like Yakuza. I just couldn't get to it. Like I tried to actually play Mahjong. I think when I was playing through Yakuza 4, because eventually it kind of forced me, and I just couldn't make it happen.
Part of the problem, like when people go to learn how to play Mahjong, like they don't understand. Like saying a Mahjong is like saying cards. Like, it's like, I want to learn how to play cards. It's like, well, what card game? Like, it's the same thing. Like, there's multiple types of Mahjong. And so, if you type it, so if you go to YouTube and you're like, how to play Mahjong, and like, you look at, it's going to be tutorials for all different kinds of games, and it's not going to make any fucking sense. So, like, specifically, like, Mahjong Soul and in Yakuza and stuff, it's called Riichi Mahjong. That's the type of game it is. And it's just like saying like Texas Hold'em or something in cards. It's like there's a specific type that you need to look at. So that's part of the reason it's so confusing to learn, is because people don't understand that.
Dude, my thing is like, I've not even looked up tutorials or anything. I just try to figure it out in the game, and they're just like, and it's just like I see so much stuff, so many symbols, and I know nothing about them. I can't figure this out. It's in English. They have rules, but I don't know. I can't understand. It's too much, man.
It's once you.
I need to get into it.
When you look into Riichi Mahjong, it's actually pretty simple to understand the very much basics of it. Like, because it's not hard. You're trying to make, I think it's 5 like combinations in a pair, basically.
Yeah.
And a combination can be like 3 of the same tile, or a sequence like 1, 2, 3 of the same tile,
like,
or something like that.
I just couldn't figure it out past that though.
Yeah, because like once you figure that out, then you look at, okay, well, what are the winning hands in Mahjong? And there's literally like 100 of them. And so like of like what types of sequences and pair you can have.
I'm just gonna go back to playing Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, and each hand is worth points, like, and some are worth way more, like the harder it is to get. And so it's like when I first learned, I was like, okay, I'm only gonna learn the absolute basics, and I'm just gotta look at these things are worth like 1 point, basically, like 1 Han is what it's called. And I'll learn those. And once that, I'll look at things that are 2 Han, and I'll just go down the list until I can figure them all out. And it's like it took like a week or two of just playing Mahjong to understand all the hands.
And that's the thing, though. I don't care enough about Mahjong to put in that much effort.
Exactly. Like if you don't care about it, then, like, it's fine. But like,
I'm just trying to do a Yakuza side quest.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been wanting to play Mahjong because there's a this one VTuber named Oriana Foxton, and she plays it quite a bit with her community in her Discord server. And I've hung out in there a few times in the past, and they would be playing it all the time.
Yeah, like I got interested in it because like it was like Pippa was playing it, and I was watching the Chinchilla Girl.
Oh yeah, Sakura
like,
plays it with everybody. In
yeah, every VTuber that I watched was basically playing Mahjong, and I would click on their stream, and I was just like, "What the fuck is happening? Like, I don't understand what's happening." And so I literally learned it so I could watch their streams, basically, because like I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
And
God, that was like
ironically,
me
I feel
with,
like Mahjong
Warhammer.
is easier when it's when you're using regular playing cards.
Like Warhammer took me a while to figure out how to fucking play that shit.
I can grasp pawn when it's in the form of cards.
I don't even know how to play it with regular cards. I guess you could. But yeah. But yeah, it was kind of hard to get into. Like, if someone's interested in Jong, then I know Razul just made like a new like beginner tutorial, I think, on his YouTube, and he's the one who taught me, because like trying to learn it on my own was like fucking impossible. Like because I didn't know there were different types of Mahjong, so I was just like Mahjong tutorial.
I just learned that just now. I was this many years old.
Yeah, so like when I was looking up tutorials, it was literally like, how do I play cards? And then like you watch one tutorial that's about Texas Hold'em, you watch another tutorial that's about 5-card stud, and like you're trying to combine them in your head when they're different games, and it was just confusing.
I mean, I think the hands are the same regardless, aren't they? Or at least as far as like poker goes.
Yeah, but
Depends
you know
on
what
if
I mean. It's
depends on if like you have, you know, assuming you know no jacks or wild shenanigans or anything like that, but
yeah, but there's like different rules and stuff, right? So that's kind of how it is. But yeah.
So
I want to do another poker night one of these days.
So the next group of questions here. So part-time super terrorist.
Anybody catch an idea of how long that tangent was, by the way?
I'm not sure. Like, I'll say this. So, Bagster, I actually came across you through Moonshine's videos. Actually, the first video, I think, was the one where you try to do the Kirsha collab, and you're like, oh, I forgot you can't read. And then they try to set up the trap for Kirsha. For those of you who don't know, well, obviously people in Bagster's community know, but anyone in my community who doesn't know who Moonshine is, they do stop motion animation videos using action figures and mostly anime figures.
Love his stuff.
And he's amazing at it. But like, how exactly, like, where did the name for that come from, and how did you all meet?
I think the name for that, I think we were just brainstorming one night, like in the group chat. We were like, we need something to call ourselves, and I think we just picked that one. Like, I think we just like we're all putting out ideas for things, and like eventually we're like, that was pretty funny, and so that's what we got. But the way we all met, so I met Moon subscribers. I made those political ads, basically, like the hit piece ads and stuff for Pippa, of like, is this really Euroshi and that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I made those because I thought they were funny, and then Moonshine saw those because I think it was Sheena's stream, And then I wrote like the other one that was when she showed feet for 100,000. I wrote like a victory campaign basically, and Sheena
What the
watched it
fuck?
on stream, and Moonshine was in Sheena's chat and saw it. And he's like, "These are really good. I really like his voice." And so then me and Moonshine just messaged each other. I was like, "Hey, I would love to be one of your animations." He's like, "I've got something that I want you to do actually," and I was getting ready to message you, and then that's just how we met. And
That's great.
yeah, then we got along really well. We just became bros. And then like I was trying to collab with Kirsha. I invited her to like a cake baking collab like a long time ago, and she turned me down because she didn't want to do like hand cams and stuff. But then we were trying to, I think we were trying to play Outlast Trials, because it was like me and Moonshine, and we were like, we need more people to play Outlast Trials with. And then Nano posted that she wanted people to play Outlast Trials with. So I was like, well, let's see if she wants to. And then she said, yeah. And then we messaged Kirsha. But the thing with like, especially if you start talking to larger VTubers, they're very, very bad at answering DMs, because they
I
get
noticed.
so many
Yep.
every day.
Yep.
They get, and so like, yeah. But then you, as like a small creator, like, well, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to be annoying. So you'll send
Yep.
a DM and then they don't answer. And you're like, well, did they see it? Or is that a no? And then like, but you're like, well, I don't want to ask again. And so I was telling Moonshine, I'm like, well, can you ask her, since like she's probably more familiar with you? And he's like, what if I just made a whole animation about it? I'm like, you don't we can just ask her. Like, you don't have to make a whole animation. He's like, no, I got this whole thing I'm gonna do. I'm like, all right.
That is peak convoluted autism.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay. And so he started making that animation. It was like 2 weeks. And the funniest part was that then she answered the DM like halfway through his animation that he was making, because he was taking so long to make it. Like, oh, it wasn't for Outlast Trials. I don't remember what it was for. I think it was for the cake baking thing, actually. Yeah, I think it was for the cake baking collab. And then she said no, like partway through his animation. But then yeah, I made like a president's AI thing about like FaZe and Kirsha and that kind of thing. And so then she knew me from that. And then I think we collabed on Outlast Trials. I think we got everyone together. So that was like our first game. So yeah, that's just kind of how we met. It was like a very convoluted thing, luring Fox Woman out of her fucking hidey hole because she never answered DMs. And eventually we were able to coax her into collabing with us. And then we've been kind of a group.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's a good story, actually. No, but like getting a hold of Kirsha, I definitely can relate to that, because I actually, Shirai, I tried to send her a business email, I think 2 times on 2 separate occasions. But like, I was always afraid of, I've been hesitant to do any follow-ups, because again, it's like you said, when it comes to a smaller person trying to contact a larger person, you're like, oh, I don't want to bother them.
Yeah, I don't want to be a bother. Oh, they're just think I'm grifting. Like, I don't want to be annoying. Like, all kinds of stuff.
Wait, Unubletter said you're starting a new VTuber agency called the Misfits.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I was about to say, like, oh.
People from my chat usually just say things and I don't understand, but you know, they've got heart.
I can tell. Your chat's been on very well behaved, actually. Some VTubers, their community is not so nice to me. Depending on their community. There was one in particular, and I went on their show and never again. Shirai knows who, but I'm not going to say their name.
Oh. Well, I have a rule in mind that if people in my chat go and act like assholes in other people's community, they get banned from mine. So.
Based. Hey, same with me. But yeah. You know, I'm actually so I've been wanting to set up a soundboard where anytime I do ban someone for misbehaving, I wanted to play that clip where the guy goes, "Take him to Detroit." No, no, not
Dad's a
Detroit.
strict and loving father.
You definitely have the dad vibes. I'll say that.
Yeah, I've been told.
So, next question here. So what's the most unhinged shit you've all done? Because I've seen stuff from the moonshine videos, and a lot of it's out of context. Obviously,
Oh yeah.
and as much as I would love to, I would love to be able to like keep, you know, in the loop with what VTubers do every day. But unfortunately, I don't.
Yeah, like we mostly just play games together. I think we're unhinged enough just as people. So we don't specifically do anything with the goal of like, let's be crazy. Like we just are, I think.
Right.
So, yeah, like every time we play a game, it gets more and more unhinged, I think. As like
Oh, I love that. I looking at those clips and everything, I'm like, oh god, these people definitely know how to have a good time.
yeah, like we just have fun. Like our group is like the just people hanging out, fucking around group. Like that's basically what we are. So
That right, that's what I love about you guys, because like the way, like that is, I think, peak content right there. Just four fucking people just being themselves and being goofy and just batshit insane.
yeah. Yeah, that's
I'm
pretty
not
much
worrying
what we
about
do.
what anyone thinks.
Yeah.
That's the best group to have. That's
Mhm.
always good.
It's always nice when you
Yeah.
find people that you're comfortable being around with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So
Yeah. And it's
any
hard to find that. Like it's hard
oh,
to
yeah.
like you basically kind of move around until you can find that group.
I'm
Yeah,
kind of
I
lucky
know.
that Razor kind of found me early on, so it just, you know. So
Oh,
I've at
both
least always
chaotic
had one
people.
person.
Well, we're both chaotic people. I mean, you've heard the shit that comes out of my fucking mouth when we've done collabs.
I
mean,
don't
what-
know,
what was-
Razor.
what was-
I feel like I say a lot more questionable stuff.
I don't know. Dax would always scream at me saying, "Razor, shut the fuck up, bro." Like I remember. Oh god. I
Yeah,
think I
because
mentioned
when you
this a
tell
little bit before
somebody
we
like
went live.
you to shut up, it's okay. But like if you tell somebody like me to shut up, you know, like automatically that's a like, dude, what's wrong with you? What's your problem?
What the fuck are you doing?
She is redacted
yeah.
years old.
Oh my god. But no, I remember we were playing what was it, fucking Sniper Elite. We were joking around about how like what was it, Dimitri in my chat, he actually said it's like, oh, why don't you put Dax, because he always likes to joke around saying that Dax, a mutual friend of ours, he's a Mexican catboy VTuber, and they said like, oh, Dax is prime femboy material. Why don't you put him in a dress and have him lure the Nazis out of their hiding holes so you can pick them off one by one? And then Dax goes, well, the Nazis were kind of gay, though. And then I go, oh, yeah, Dax, oh, your pussy was so scrumptious. Oh, I want to blitzkrieg your pussy. Oh, yeah, it's going to be very wide and open like the torpedo tube of a U-boat. I'm going to go deeper in your pussy than any U-boat has ever gone.
See, those are the gay jokes that happen when like males collab together or like females collab together. That's why it's hard mix.
I'm not good at
Oh,
doing
yeah.
Yuri bait. That's my problem. That's why I haven't gotten anywhere. I'm not good at doing Yuri bait.
Exactly. You got to work on it.
Yeah.
Go kiss girls.
But yeah, Dax would get so angry. He'd be like, bro, shut up. And be like, oh, what's wrong, mein pussy Führer? Sometimes you gotta, and that's the thing. Sometimes you can't take shit seriously on stream. As long as you're not saying anything like, you know, fucking crazy, you know what I mean, anything malicious or anything like that, like, you know, Oh, I totally want to send a bomb to this person's house in Minecraft. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's the best kind of content is where you just let loose and just be you.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's when things are fun.
Yeah, that's what it's good stuff.
I did credit you, Dimitri. I just said you were the one that inspired that joke.
And again, I guess that was what Dax was made for, anyways.
Oh, Dax is fun. Oh my god, I'll have to introduce you to him sometime. He's that poor man. He got his whole thing, his whole niche was that he was known as he's known as the VTuber who draws art in the style of the controversial brother sister horror game.
The funny haha
Yeah.
art style.
And so he's been trying to escape that, and people make jokes about it all the time with him.
He's slowly
never escape.
begun. He's slowly begun making He's slowly begun
All the
accepting
art.
it. He's begun accepting.
Oh yeah, he's been slowly accepting it, but he's also slowly changing his art style too. But now he's.
I've been tempted to do a comp from him, but it's also like, I need to watch my spending.
Yeah, same. Everything's expensive now. But yeah,
Yeah, it
what
is.
was I gonna say? What was the next one here? So any context? I think I already asked this. Any context behind some of the hysterical things that were used for the moonshine videos?
Yeah, it's mostly just like us fucking around and playing games. There's not much context behind them. It's just random things we say when we're collabing. That's all it is, really.
Right.
That's all the context you need.
Yeah, but like Moonshine also has his own like in-universe kind of like, so he'll take these things out of context, but a lot of times he's trying to like craft certain stories and do certain scenarios. Like, so it's like when we met, they were mostly out of context clips, but like in universe context, he put us all in like a prison trying to break out and that kind of stuff. And
Oh,
so
that shit was hysterical.
yeah, so he has his own kind of like story going on, but like as far as getting the sound clips is mostly just us just being
Okay.
ourselves.
Okay, so I've got a question here then.
Mm-hmm.
Are you canon in Sight of Shrapnel lore?
I don't know because I don't know because he is trying to like redo Shrapnel and like trying to.
I did want to do
Yeah.
a reboot of it. He wanted to
Yeah,
reboot it basically with like less
yeah.
copyrighted characters, but
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if we're in Shrapnel or if we're a separate thing. I'm not
oh
sure.
no, he's gonna make you no longer canon.
Yeah, I don't know if we're
Friendship is
canon or
over.
not.
Oh no. Yeah, I know he's selling the femboy model.
Yeah.
And I know he's also selling the nano one too. Which
Yeah.
I don't know why he's getting rid of the nano one, because like nano is still gonna be the bunny girl. She's just gonna be going between the bunny and the wolf.
I think she's trying to be Wolf.
She's straight up doing the wolf. Oh, because I thought I saw a tweet of her a while ago saying she was considering keeping both.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Oh, go ahead.
I was just to say, yeah, I think she's going Wolf.
Oh, okay. The funny thing is too, a lot of VTubers have been rebranding as wolves. I actually started out as this is the stupidest lore I think I've done. Originally, I was a Templar or a Crusader for the Vatican Space Force in the far distant future. And then I got sucked into a wormhole and I'm stuck in the 2020s. Yeah,
Better times.
yeah, and then after a while, I'm like, I feel like, because I had a big ass cross on my chest, and
You
I'm
gotta
like,
bring
I
it
feel like
back,
the religion.
man.
I feel like the religious symbolism is scaring people away. So it was like, because a lot of
Another
VTubers that I was collabing with
crusade!
at the time didn't want to talk about religion or politics, which I understand, right? So I was like, fuck it, I want to be a little more approachable. I have a military background, so I'm like, let's just go with the tactical look. And I like wolves, wolves are cool. I want to have it be some supernatural thing. Originally it was going to be a vampire, but I was like, that's too cliche. Fuck it, we're doing werewolf.
Because Wolf is so much less done and
I
to
like
me.
the aesthetic. I like the aesthetic. The VR chat avatar that I used at the time was like a anime wolf boy, so I was like, fuck it, let's go with that.
You know what? Touche. Okay. I'm not gonna sit down and delude myself into thinking the Dragon VTubers are not anything other than a dime a dozen.
I think there's so many VTubers, almost everything's a dime a dozen at this point.
Pretty much.
Everything's been done.
Yeah, honestly, me just being like some random guy is probably like the most rare thing.
Pretty much.
Know,
I mean,
right?
what was it?
Seriously.
I know a dude who is literally a talking ham sandwich.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of, like, when I first made like the Baxter character, like a character with a bag on my head, I was like, oh, this is unique. And then like I did a debut and like just out of the woodwork, all these other baghead VTubers like followed me and we all talked to each other. There were like 20 of them. And I was like, what the
Oh
fuck?
my
They
god.
like,
stole my idea, dang it!
yeah, like
stole it!
there were like so many that were like bags that I didn't know about. There was like one guy who was a traffic cone, like wearing a suit. Like there was so many. Like everything has been done.
Dear God. You know what's funny? All right, so Baxter, when I first saw you on Moonshine channel, right? I actually thought you were another VTuber named Project Ugly Bastard, who may have went through a rebrand because that poor guy actually tried to get partnership and he getting turned down because of his name.
Yeah, I could see
and
that.
his brand. So I was like,
That's
I
sad.
think
I was
knew
like-
them.
That's sad.
I was like, oh, it's good to see that Project Ugly Bastard's doing. And then I found out later, oh, you're two different people.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I knew them because people showed me them before.
I feel bad for that poor man. He's on hiatus still, I'm pretty sure.
Dang, that's rough.
Yeah, it is rough.
That'll happen.
Oh, but yeah, there's some unique VTubers out there. Like I said, guy who was the ham sandwich, his name's Ham Slamich. His tongue is literally a bunch of slices of bacon. He has olives for eyes.
Peak.
And he has two big muscular arms with tattoos on them. And every time
Oh my
someone
god,
follows
is it
him,
like
he
the
goes,
arms?
yeah. And he's like, hi there, welcome to the channel. I'm Ham Sandwich. Please put my meat in your mouth. And he would say it with the most deadpan voice. He'd be like, hey, what's up, man? Welcome to the channel. I'm a talking sandwich. Please put my meat in your mouth.
See, that's a great brand.
It's great. Oh, he's fucking great. I feel so bad for the guy that is going through a lot of shit right now. But then there was another one.
Guys like Arby's, but honest about the joke.
Yeah,
Arby's,
really.
We have the meats.
The
I
other
like
interesting.
how after a while they started just saying 4 sandwiches afterwards.
Oh, 4-door warlord. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. But yeah, another really good one that was unique was Jay the Fridge, and he was like a talking fridge. So his
Yeah.
eyes would be fridge magnets, and when he would talk, the freezer and the fridge door would like open and close.
I don't think he's been around too much these days, though.
Yeah, sadly, he was a real wholesome guy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that like I met in the early days, kind of, and were also like a bag or a traffic cone or whatever, have kind of like graduated because like, oh fuck, I think the traffic cone guy like lived in the Philippines or something, and like he would stream at like 3 a.m. like my time, like Eastern time, and then. But he just never really got anywhere with it, so I think they're just like, they just kind of quietly graduate.
Which is always sad,
So-
in my opinion. Just One thing, whenever somebody quits in anything, I always feel the need to ask the question. Like, what happened? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually it's like they're streamed like very inconsistently. Sometimes not even their fault. Like they just live in a fucking area with bad internet or whatever, and so they just weren't able to get anywhere with it, and they just moved on because they got to spend their time elsewhere.
I am proof you do not need good internet to do live streams.
Oh yeah.
No.
I do all of my stuff through cellular networks. That's how bad it can be.
Yeah, sometimes it's not good. Like, man, I was lucky because like I bought my own place and it has fiber and it's so amazing. But before this, I was like living at my dad's house and he lived in the middle of nowhere. So, and he was also like in a valley. So there was no cell phone signal there at all, and the only internet he had was DSL. And so my upload speed was literally like 300 kilobytes. And so,
You know, thanks to LootTubers, I can't hear DSL the same way again.
oh my god.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. I remember I was chatting with this one VTuber and they're like, this VTuber's got some DSLs. I'm like, wait, what type of internet? And they're like, no, man, dick sucking lips. I'm like, oh.
Hell yeah.
God. Sorry about that.
Oh,
But yeah,
don't worry.
So, I did want to ask, now I know this was a while back, I know this is kind of old news, but I know you went to Off-Kai Expo, and a lot of VTubers were there.
Yeah.
So I've never been to a convention with, involving VTubers before. So what was that experience like? Like, how was it, and, who did you get to run into there?
I ran into a lot of people. I don't want to say specifically who because I don't remember who all has said they've went to Off-Kai, publicly, and so I don't want to expose anybody.
Right, you don't want to expose anybody.
Yeah,
well, within reason, I'm saying.
Let's see. Cinna was there. I met Cinna because I know she's talked about it. Cinna Bonbon flavor. She made my model.
Oh, right. Yeah. The cinnamon bun cat, right?
She's a bear.
Oh, bear. I'm sorry, my bad.
Cat,
he hates her.
bear, rabbit thing.
Let's see. I know. Mari said she went, so I met Mari. She gave me an acrylic stand of her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Moonshine was there with his wife. We hung out the whole time.
I remember seeing the videos of that. Still funny that he played God of War while you were in frame.
Yeah, and I met some other people, but yeah, I don't know if they've talked about how they went to Off-Kai, but there were a couple other ones. But yeah, I mean, I had a fucking great time. I thought it was amazing. I loved being there. Yeah, because I just got to go and meet fans and hang out with people with similar interest and all kinds of shit. I got to use my streamer privilege because the second night we were going to all the room parties and stuff, and we went to
nice.
Yeah, they would be like, oh, there's only we can only let 25 people in this room at a time because fire marshal stuff or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, wait, who are you? I'm like, I'm Baxter. They're like, oh, you're a talent. You can go in. I'm like, hell yeah.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
You got
that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's
it was
awesome.
yeah, I got to use the streamer privilege. It was fucking because the second night I just went around to a bunch of different room parties and just got wasted, and it was just a great time. I had so much fun there.
Sounds like a good time. Holy shit.
Yeah, we went down. We went to karaoke. Sang while I was just drunk with some people. It was just I loved it. I love to go into Off-Kai. I'm gonna go again.
Yeah,
It was funny because Sorry, go ahead.
I'd love to go to a con, but I also admit I have that fear of like getting seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
No,
there's-
I get what you mean.
Yeah, but like the people at these cons are respectful of the VTubers because it's a VTuber con, so they know not to just
Yeah.
take pictures of the VTubers and post them on the internet. At least most of them do. So like it doesn't happen usually. Like maybe it would, but like most people like they don't know what you look like. So and people were masked up and stuff like the first night I was on an elevator like going down to the lobby, and there were two girls like on the elevator in front of me, and they were just like, yeah, we just finished our panel, like, so they were two VTubers. I had no fucking idea who they were, you know, but like
Oh,
but so yeah, there's a bunch of people and like it's fine, like everyone's there is pretty chill, like and just
Yeah,
hanging out.
I guess for me, I'm just
Yeah.
always afraid of like that one person. You know.
Yeah, but
right, like a hater or something like that. Yeah.
Well, even then, not really worried about haters. Just I don't know. I'm a very
Yeah.
paranoid person. Okay.
yeah, it's
No, I got
understandable.
you.
But like even then, it's mostly fine, especially if you can get like a group of people to go with.
Come on, it's
Right,
not
I-
a good night if you're not opening the blinds with a gun in your hand. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
I will probably continue to conceal my identity. So even if I do go to a con, like I said, want to cosplay as myself, but I'll probably be wearing a mask of some kind.
Yeah, like I said,
It's because
covert ops.
hmm
that's just
Yeah.
me personally, though. Just because there are people out there that do not like me.
You're not required to have the name tag, right?
No, you don't. Like the thing, like honestly, you didn't even need a badge. Like you could have just gone because the badge was only required if you were trying to go to like one of the special events, like the
Yeah.
meet and greets and stuff. But like
Oh,
just
shit,
to go in
really?
the lobby and do stuff, like you didn't even need a badge. Like they didn't. There was no
Oh,
one
wow.
checking. Like so,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
Just
to.
so
it's
long
a-
as it doesn't have to
yeah.
be visible at all times, because good lord.
Yeah, because like it
Right.
took place in a hotel, like so there's regular hotel people not at the con, right? So that is like you could just be like, yeah, I'm a hotel guest, even if they asked, and no one asked the whole time. So
You
there
know
was no
what,
one
Razor?
checking.
Maybe if we have the resources, we can give it a shot. You know?
Yeah,
Absolutely. Oh, what like do a schizo sessions panel?
No.
Oh.
Just appear. Just go. Cause you know what? Rebel Red here says going alone is weird.
It is weird. It's also very depressing. I've been to conventions alone. I went to one particular convention a couple years in a row, and it was based on a subject that. Gonna be honest with you, I had no friends who really enjoyed that said subject, so it was a very sad experience.
Ooh. I know
It was
what con it
depressing.
was, and I can assure you it.
Shut up!
I bet it
Shut
did.
up!
I'm
Don't
not
fucking
saying
say
anything.
what one.
I'm not saying
Brain
anything.
tism
I'm just
con.
saying it was. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
train
yeah, you
It
could
was
say,
train
yeah,
tism
yeah,
con.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's
That's
go
what
with
we're
that
gonna say
one.
what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, we're gonna say it's that one. We're gonna say it's that one, but not actually say what what it actually is. Anyway. Oh god.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Like, I feel like it's harder to like get into like some of the events and all of that. Like, if you're there alone.
yeah. But if you like the name tag thing, like you can give them whatever name. Also, like there were some people that didn't use their real name. Some
Really?
people use their VTuber name. Some people didn't use their VTuber name but did use their real name. And so like, yeah, you can just kind of put whatever you want on the tag. Cause like,
Oh, nice.
yeah, so just be like, yeah, I'm this person. They'll give you the tag and it'll have like a printed name differently. Like you separate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I went to this one local con recently. It was called Too Many Games, which is a great fucking convention. If you live in the tri-state area of Philadelphia, New Jersey, and Delaware,
Mhm.
or New York, even though it's not part of the tri-state area, go to that fucking con, because I'm gonna tell you, if you like games, if you like retro shit, they have everything there. It's like this massive fucking market. and anything you want, it's there. Collectible toys, fucking game merchandise, freaking like consoles and games that are out of print. They sell them there, and they're dirt fucking cheap. Like I saw a GameCube being sold there for 150, and it came with a couple games
Hell yeah.
plus a memory card. Like it's the shit. But anyway, I went there, and they had all the Resident Evil voice actors there for the remakes, and they even had some from Resident Evil 8. Like Lady Dimitrescu was there and everything. But I went to go specifically for the Leon voice actor. It's funny, he gave me a weird look when I said, hey, instead of putting down my real name, can you put down Razorwind? And he kind of gave me a weird look. He was like, sure. I'm like, oh, because I'm a streamer and I want to show it to my community. Oh, that makes sense. No, I get it. Anonymity and all that shit. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it matters.
Hey, he was a nice guy, though.
Some people are
Hell
just
yeah.
really cool. Then you get the ones that like, like Mark Hamill, who's like, don't meet your heroes. kids."
$900 for a fucking autograph.
Yeah.
700
Like,
if
lost
it's
his
a
mind.
bulky object. Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
$700 for an autograph. Good lord.
That is He's such an ass to his fans.
Like I get going for what would it be? Like increase doing a cost to it to prevent people from swarming you, asking for meaningless autographs, making this massive line all the way out to the parking lot. I get that, you know. But like, God.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
it is.
Just crazy.
It is. Oh, it is. So,
Thoughts on
see.
how they handled Kirsha at what the meet and greet mention made last minute was like.
talking about the last minute meet and greet that Moonshine set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that whole situation was shitty, basically, because I don't want to get into it because I can't remember what information is out in the public, but she was gonna be on a panel, right? Kirsten was gonna be on one. And
remember
so
that.
she went on a vacation, basically. And while she was on the vacation, they were like, oh, actually, never mind. You're not going to be on one. And she's like, what happened? And come to find out, it's because of her politics, right? And the thing is, that people don't want to acknowledge is Kersha is very much a person who's like, get the fucking politics and stuff out of it. But so people are like, oh, well, good thing she's not allowed in. She's bringing politics into VTubing. And it's like, well, no, politics are already in VTubing. Like like
She's
calling
bringing
out
in
the
a
fucking
specific.
yeah, calling
ahead.
out the shitty people that have already brought it in is not also bringing it in. It's fighting back against it. So there's that whole fucking thing. But yeah, so we're like, well, we're going anyway. We'll just, if like you're not allowed to be on the panel, and like they were saying, oh, you're not blacklisted. It's like, okay, well, can I do something in an official capacity? No. It's like, well, then that's blacklisted.
So then that's being blacklisted.
Yeah,
What the
so-
fuck?
So we
It
just we're
definitely
like, well,
is
we'll
an
just
odd way to describe it.
yeah, and so
It
we're just
is.
like, well, people were going there because they wanted to meet her and stuff, and they fucking sprung it on her that she's no longer allowed to be on the panel. And so we're like, well, we'll fucking take you in. Like, they can't throw us out. It's a hotel. Like, fuck them. Like, we'll do that. Yeah, it's just a fucking shitty situation because it's like there's always like one person trying to ruin it.
It's always
And
volunteer
that's basically
too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the kicker too. So I can't really, and I think this was explained by Rev too. And Rev is Rev is one of he is a godsend for the VTuber community. Him and Kirsha and many of the more sane voices, right? And he really pointed out like Avkai can't be blamed for it 100% because, like you said, cons have a lot of volunteer staff. They can't afford to pay everybody, and if you have so many of these people who are out of line, sadly, they're in a position where they have no choice but to just kind of meet their demands.
Yeah, I don't know because like again, I don't know what information is made public, so I'm not gonna be the one to fucking go into it exactly.
Right.
So, but yeah, there may be more to the situation, but it was just a shit situation. A lot of people just doing false accusations and rumors and stuff, and all kinds of shit, and just trying to justify it in whatever way. And like, yeah, especially like people would be like, "Oh, Kirsha supports doxing." It's like, no, she doesn't. Like, she's constantly said that she doesn't, and to not do it, and that it's bad, and all kinds of shit. And like, there were VTubers and stuff there with panels in previous years that have like literally doxed people on like Twitter and stuff. So it's like, how come that person's let in, but she's not? It's like, especially when she was let in before, it's like, yeah, there's always there'll be like an anti or something that like doesn't like her or some shit. And it's just, I don't know. Yeah. Even with that though, I still had a really fun time at Offkai, and it's one of those things where I hate the situation because it's a fucking shitty situation, but like, I'm still gonna go and have a good time, and so that's what we did. We were just like, well, they don't want us to have a fun time, so we're going to spite them, basically. So that's what we did, and we did.
Which was based. Yeah. Absolutely fucking based. And I feel like that's the best way to go about it, honestly. I mean, we got a lot of people in this day and age that they just don't want... How do I put it? Like, they don't want dissenting voices to one, have a voice, right, to provide an alternative or a different viewpoint, and two, they just want to ruin the fun for that group in particular.
Yeah, it's just dumb. It's just dumb, stupid shit. Yeah. People being upset for no fucking reason, usually. People trying to get other people kicked out. There's also, it's like crab and bucket mentality. Like, people will, like, man, some VTubers will fucking just start rumors and shit. Like, behind the scenes, they'll start rumors and shit on message boards and, like, to try to drag other VTubers down because they think that if the other VTuber goes down, their audience will flock to them somehow. And
that's never how it works.
That's never how it works. And there's this fucking crab in the bucket mentality with some VTubers. And like, I literally like know names, but I'm not gonna say them. But I'll be like, this person has like
a few.
Yeah, this person has like multiple accounts and stuff that they post over to literally start rumors about like other VTubers they don't like and shit. And it's like, God,
honestly,
so
I'm happy that I'm kind of heavily disconnected from the wider VTuber community.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want, which is another reason I kind of started doing face cams and stuff, because I'm like, I'm so tired of drama. Like, I fucking hate VTuber drama because most of the time it's the dumbest shit. And it has no bearing on anything.
It absolutely fucking is.
Stupid. It's high school clicks.
It's at the point I'm just like, I'm looking at all this shit and I'm just like, I just want to be an anime protagonist on the internet and play games and be a fucking goof.
Yeah, that's what I want. I'm just like, I want to play games and just have a good time. I'm so tired of drama. And I'll be honest, a lot of it's drama because it's women. It's just like, it's literally like a mean girl group. And it's just fucking annoying. And like, especially like as a dude, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about any of this, if I'm honest. And so like, I just want to stream. I just want to stream and have fun.
I
That's
just
it.
want a tube.
I just want a tube.
Yeah, exactly. What was it? I feel like we should. So I'll move on to some nicer, fun questions. Quick fun questions
Mhm.
to break things up. So what would you say? Like, what are your favorite animes? Would you say that
Oh,
you enjoy in particular?
some of my favorite, like, because I'm an old man, like most of my favorite animes are things that came on Toonami like back in the day, is like when it first started. So it was like,
Tsunami ruined an
um,
entire generation of man children.
hell
Oh
yeah,
my God.
so it's like Dragon Ball Z and Cowboy Bebop, Yu Yu Hakusho, like all the older
That's
ones,
sick.
Trigun,
Trigun was
yeah.
great. I love Trigun.
yeah,
You know, there's a D&D rule book for that.
Wait,
Trigun?
what?
Yes, there is.
There's a D&D rulebook for Trigun?
Yes, there is.
Huh. That's actually
Huh.
very interesting.
They even have stats for the fucking big ass boomerang that that cuts the roof off of the building.
I'm curious if they have stats for the angel arm.
Oh yeah, they do.
Oh
They have stats
god!
for every weapon that appeared in that anime.
But other wins like Hunter x Hunter, one of my favorites, Hajime no Ippo, like the boxing anime. That's one of my favorite ones.
I heard it's good. I need to watch
Oh,
it.
the first season is like with peak. It's so good. It's like, think of a Rocky movie, but now it's an anime that's like 70 episodes long. And it's
Oh, that
just-
sounds peak.
Yeah, it's so good.
As someone from
Like-
Philadelphia, I'm gonna have to watch this.
Yeah, that's like one of those few mangas I still keep up on, because now let me see, what manga episode or chapter is that up to? It is up to chapter 1467. It's like One Piece but Rocky.
What the
Imagine that.
fuck?
It's crazy. Yeah, I've read all of it multiple times. I love that one. Yeah, and then like lately, like I don't keep up with most anime like lately, because like I don't usually have time to like watch things. So if I watch something, I want to watch something where it's like brain off, and I don't have to keep up with it. So usually
Yeah.
I watch isekai trash.
Main thing for me is like I can't watch anything with
There's some bad
subtitles
isekai
in,
animes.
because I like watching stuff in the background, so I can't watch anime most days.
Yeah.
kinda
My
sucks.
thing, I'm not a big shonen guy. I feel like there's so many.
Shonen
Yeah.
is the normie anime genre. I'm sorry.
I'm a mecha anime fan myself.
It's boring
and
and
it
it's
just-
normie.
It pisses me off to know, and I go to a alleged quote unquote anime shop,
hmm
and it's just
It's
all
just the most
shonen.
basic white girl stuff you've ever seen.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's just like, I'm like, is there any Gundam here?
You
I
say, you
remember-
say it
They're-
like, you
they're
say it like
like-
an old man in the.
And then a dumbass like, and then
moment.
the dipshit looks at me. The dipshit with all the piercings and shit looks at me and goes, "You mean Gangnam Style? No, no, Gundam, as in the giant robots in space that shoot at each other. No,
See, I never watched Gundam because Gundam would come on Toonami,
The
but I
Korean
couldn't.
song guy.
I couldn't start watching an anime like mid-series. So I would never be
That
able
is
to catch like the
understandable.
first episode. And so it would be like episode, I don't know, 20 or something, like would be on TV. Cause like back in the day, there was no like Crunchyroll. There was no way to download these things. Like it was just
Back
like,
when you had to
is
work.
it on
Back,
TV?
back when you had to work
Yeah.
for your
Plus-
animal.
Yeah.
I
you had to
remember
wait.
Gundam got
Kids these days have it too easy.
the one thing I blame for Gundam not being recognizable in America since the late 90s. You know who I fucking blame?
Ooh.
I
Back
blame
when
the
you had
Taliban.
Huh?
The fucking Taliban.
Wait, what?
Because, well, you see, on September 11th, a certain event happened. And because Gundam is a very dark, gritty war story in a science fiction setting that mirrors real life war trauma and casualties and shit, Toonami was like, well, we're at war now, and a lot of kids are gonna have their moms and dads sent overseas to go fight this war. We should probably not have an anime on our block, on our lineup, that's gonna remind them of their mom and dad getting shot at. So they took it down.
The Taliban are the reason why Gundam wasn't shown on Toonami?
I blame the Taliban for starting the war in Afghanistan.
You know, when you say it, it makes so much sense, though.
Yeah, so you know what, Osama, rest in piss. I hope you are boiling in a pot of piss in hell for eternity.
And he was a
Fuck
fan of
you.
anime.
Yeah, he was. And he ruined my favorite anime, so fuck him.
I remember like before like Crunchyroll and stuff existed, but also after you could like get stuff off like Kazaa and Bearshare, right? I remember downloading like random animes on like these recommendations on these old anime forums from like 2004 and 2005. It would be like, oh, you should watch like Elfin Lied or Laid, however you say it.
Lead?
Which
Yeah, it
was
was actually for one
Lead.
episode, and then the rest is like slice of life.
Yeah, it was
Wait,
just like
what?
well, except for like the last 2 episodes or something. It's been so long since I've watched it, but it was basically these girls that have like spectral hands they can control with their mind, and they would cut each other in half. And like that was it. And like
That shit was nuts.
yeah. And
Wait.
God, what else?
Wait. Okay. So somebody in my chat says that Osama had Bible Black and similar hentai on his hard drive. What are the tags on that one? I need to know what the tags are. I
He
don't
knew
know
what
what
he
Bible
wanted.
Black is.
Oh, Shiro, you sweet summer child. Oh my god, how are you sheltered and not sheltered at the same time?
Honestly, that's really those tags.
I know,
are kinda,
Undead
honestly.
Bladder. I know. Listen. I'm gonna say this to anybody out there that's watching this VOD. If you can't tell the difference between a Muslim and fucking Al Qaeda or ISIS or the Taliban, you're fucking stupid.
Can they tell the difference between Bible Black?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
According
You know
to
what?
quality, it features Fuda, so.
Yeah, it features a lot of stuff.
I remember my earliest memories of that was like a friend of mine, his girlfriend invited a bunch of us into the Discord server that her and her friends were in. And this is all chicks, by the way. And they were streaming Bible Black. Everybody was muted. You weren't allowed to voice chat in the fucking room. But here it is. The shit, and all I see is this big giant schlong. And then this girl's, hoo-ha. As it's in slow motion, getting ready to go in there. And then one of the girls in chat just types, I can't say the actual word because Twitch doesn't like to say it. May the Swedish snuggling begin.
Oh god.
And then I said, yep, 1 out of 1 dudes is gonna walk away from this.
Classic anime.
Yes.
Also, a term I hear is struggle snuggle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zebo101 says you can find Osama's Weeb video collection and stream it on the CIA or FBI's website.
You can. If you go to there, they have an archive of his hard drives, and you can see everything that was on
Yo.
it. He had like episodes like Tom and Jerry and shit.
Yo, okay.
We're
know
gonna have
what?
to make a stream out of this.
Yes, we fucking are. Actually, Bag, would you
Osama
like
bin
to
Laden
come on
hard
for that?
drive. I need
I've
to.
already
okay.
seen it.
Oh, you already seen it? Oh, okay then.
Yeah, I don't remember if we looked at it on stream, but I've definitely seen it.
Oh fuck. Okay.
We're gonna have to look
Oh,
we're gonna
man.
have to do this one of these days.
Okay. What if we did it on the 9/11 anniversary?
That is not a lot of time to prepare.
You don't need to prepare.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just
That's
be
next week.
open-minded.
You know what? Yeah.
Actually, no,
Yeah.
that's anime night for my community. But we can.
Maybe we could change something. It's for
Well, hey, there was anime on his hard drive, so
holiday?
I mean that. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. Oh god, that's hysterical though. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
getting close
I'll
to the-
I guess I'll take a look and see if I can find I guess I'll see if I can find some links for it, because that is
Yeah, that is fucking insane. So, what was I gonna say is we are getting at the.
I guess I'll
3-hour
figure
mark
out what
here.
Bible Black is then.
Did you want to answer a few more questions, or did you want to call it here, Bagster?
I can answer a couple more.
Okay, okay then. All right then. All right, we'll go for a little bit longer then, because I'm actually really enjoying this. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure in case you didn't have to, get off at a certain time, or you have things you got to do.
I do, but I got a little bit longer. I got, let's do like 30 more minutes. How about that?
Okay, all right, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right then. So favorite movies? 'Cause I know you watch a ton of them on stream.
Yes, I am. I like horror movies, and I like 80s action movies, and I like movies that are so fucking bad I can laugh at them.
I'll be back in just a
Like-
few minutes. Sorry.
Okay, good.
Oh, it's okay.
But yeah, I like shitty movies, action movies, and horror movies. I am very big into horror, especially like 80s horror. I love that stuff.
Horror's good. So, let me ask you this: what's your take on the new Terrifier movie?
Terrifier 2 is the newest one, or did they come out with
Or
3?
three. This one. Now, the controversial thing is it's taking place on Christmas.
Oh, I haven't seen Terrifier 3. I've only seen 1 and 2. And
Oh
All
no,
Hallows Eve.
it's still in the works. It won't come out until October.
Oh, well,
But
I mean,
the
taking.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, mostly they're Halloween, so I mean, I guess if they're doing Christmas, I mean, I don't mind because I like Terrifier.
Yeah. It's supposed to take place after the movie. They did well. It's not even Terrifier in title. It's just called All Hallows Eve.
Oh,
But,
so it's an All Hallows Eve sequel,
It's still part of the Terrifier franchise.
right? Because All Hallows
But-
Eve was the original one, was like an anthology horror movie. It like had a bunch of small stories, and that's where they had Arthur the Clown was like introduced though, and then he had
Really?
his own spin-off movies, Terrifier.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So, the controversial thing a lot of people are upset about the movie is it's implied that at some point in the movie, Art is going to rip Santa Claus's face off and wear it.
Yeah, that sounds like some Art would do. I mean,
Yeah.
have you seen the other Terrifier movies?
I have not, but I've heard they are gruesome as hell.
Yeah, like the first Terrifier is like really good. It's like one of my favorite like modern horror movies. And the second one was also good, but like the second one, they're just like, how over the top can we make this? And it had the most over the top like death scene that I've ever seen in a movie, I think. Of like, it was just crazy. Like the second one, even I was like, Jesus, man, like, all right, calm down. And I've seen all of them. Right. But I love those because it's like people that you can tell they love fucking slashers. And so they're like, we're gonna make one of those, and like, so they're doing all practical effects and all kinds of stuff, and I love them. I think they're great.
Oh yeah. Personally, I like horror. I like slashers. I like the old slashers. Like, I'm gonna be honest. My first horror movie was actually Scream.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love Scream.
See, I've never I like Scream, but like I like the first one, and I don't really like any of the other ones.
Yeah, I know, Fire Lord. Yeah, you had Goldberg play Santa, and they made Santa like a demonic asshole called Santa's Sleigh.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That was pretty fun.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. For the longest time, I used to get really upset when they would take Christmas and then turn it into like a horror spin on it. I don't know. I always felt like that was like growing up, that was like one of the sacred things you did not touch. But as I've gotten older, I've watched a lot of R-rated Christmas movies. Like, I really, really enjoyed Violent Night, where Santa Claus just fucks up a bunch of guys with a sledgehammer.
Oh yeah, we watched that during Donathon. I think we watched Silent Night.
Oh shit! Oh wait! Oh, got a raid. Mr. James, thank you for the raid.
Oh, hello, James.
Yeah, Violent Night is fucking great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that one. I remember we watched, I think also over Christmas, we watched 2 really shitty Christmas-themed horror movies. One, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like this kid being babysat, but he was actually like a serial killer, and the acting was just fucking awful. Like, it was this teenager trying to act like a serial killer, and he just could not pull it off without just being the
Silent
cringiest
Night,
fucking
Deadly
thing.
Night, right?
Maybe that was it. I can't remember.
Or he's
And
going
then-
around as Santa Claus saying "punish."
No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. This was a different one. But and then we also watched, I think it was Black Christmas, which was the classic from like the 70s. And that one was also kind of odd, not great though. But it was the worst. It was very dated, I would say. But yeah, I don't mind it. I've never minded. Because like one of my favorite movies when I was a kid was Gremlins, which was during Christmas also. And like I remember watching that when I was like 5, and then the girl in Gremlins talks about why she hated Christmas because
Oh
her
yeah,
dad
the dad died in the
tried
chimney.
to come down the chimney, but he slipped and snapped his neck or something, and so they found him dead in the chimney, and it was like rotting. I was like, Jesus, this movie was PG.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah, it was, but yeah, I love horror stuff. It's my favorite genre of things. It's my favorite genre to the point that I used to, for fun, I would walk around at night, like through the woods and shit, alone at like 2 a.m. listening to creepypasta like podcast to freak myself out.
Oh, I would do shit like that. I remember one time I made the mistake, and so I have anxiety, and and it comes and goes, but sometimes depending on what it is, it'll like. I remember one time I freaked myself the fuck out, and it was kind of a stupid thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was a cold fall night, and I was curious to see because I was what was it? Fuck. I was trying to brainstorm for ideas of doing and I'm still trying to work on a Resident Evil fan project where it's just I was gonna get me and a couple friends together to be
Wait, Silent Night. Deadly Night,
radio
can you finish your thing?
station. I think during the events of Resident Evil 1, 0, 2, and 3, right? As the city in those games is like collapsing. And there's this ambience in the second game where when you briefly go outside and you just hear the chorus of zombie moans and screams throughout the city.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just really, really fucking creepy. And I was like listening to that as I was walking around outside in the middle of the night for like inspiration. And it actually ended up freaking me out so much. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to go home.
Yeah, that'll happen. But let's see. As far as like aside from horror, like I really like one of my favorite movies would be like Terminator 2, that kind of stuff.
Terminator's great. Oh,
Yeah,
you
Terminator
excited for the
2.
anime?
I've watched the first episode of it so far. I haven't had
making
any
a
time to watch
Terminator
more.
anime?
They've
They
already made
did.
it. It's out on Netflix.
And from what I've heard from a lot of people who are big Terminator fans, it's good.
Yeah, which God, Terminator fans have needed something good in that franchise for so long.
A very fucking long time. Yeah, T2 is one of the best. I love T2.
Yeah, Terminator 2 was like one of the best movies ever made, and then since then, like God, it's that franchise has just gone down a fucking cliff.
Yes, it has. God. Now James Cameron wants to make another one. James, if the last 4 attempts to fucking reboot the franchise failed, what makes you think this time
Dude,
it's gonna be any better?
it's never gonna be good. Okay, I'm sorry. It's never gonna be good. Terminator had like
Part
Yeah.
of
Two
the
good
problem, I
movies.
think, is part of the problem, I think, is with Terminator 2, they like peaked with the villain, and they've never been able to have a good villain since then because no one can make something better than the T-1000.
and
Yeah,
honestly,
the
I don't
T-1000 was peak. I'm sorry.
I don't know if the Terminator world is like if it has enough to where you can really make a long-running franchise out of.
The one post T2 Terminator that I can forgive was Salvation to an extent. The problem was with it, I like the idea of a Terminator movie set after the bombs drop, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that movie, it needed to focus more on John. It shouldn't have focused on this fucking Marcus character. I'm sorry.
I think they were, yeah, like Salvation was all right. I thought I didn't think it was necessarily good, but I could appreciate that they were trying to do something different. Like, was so Salvation, yeah, it wasn't bad. But yeah, like especially God, what was the last one that came out? Was it
It was Dark Fate, which is fitting because that was the Dark Fate for Terminator.
oh my god. I hate this fucking modern idea that to make a movie,
Oh yeah, the one where
they
they
not
killed
only
John
make a
Connor.
shitty movie or game or
They kill off
whatever.
existing characters.
Yeah, but they have to destroy everything that came before it. So, like, the literal start of that movie is the right after Terminator 2. So it's Sarah Connor, John on a beach, and they fucking kill John, invalidating the entirety of the first 2 Terminator movies. And I'm
then
like,
they replace him
fuck
with
you.
That annoying girl.
Yeah. I'm
Also,
like, fuck you, fuck off.
successfully creating the grandfather paradox. And again, I
Just
guess
stupid.
there's
Fuck
always a
that.
grandfather
Has
paradox.
girl
wasn't
boss.
there?
was
Yeah,
so
Jesus Christ.
Stupid.
Hey, yeah, we
It
gotta
was so
have a
fucking
girl boss
stupid.
protagonist, all right? We need a strong, independent woman to snap her fingers and do the head roll thing.
They
And all
literally
the-
had one with Sarah Connor.
She
was
doesn't
the
count.
girl boss, but
She is a white woman and she doesn't count.
oh my fucking god! I'm gonna Minecraft myself on stream.
Oh no, don't do that, please, Bag. Don't do that.
Clip guys, be ready.
Oh god.
We've almost broken in.
I hate it.
I don't know, Undead Bladder. I still don't give him. No, I ain't giving them any slack on that one.
Yeah, bladder.
Fuck that bullshit. Oh god.
What was the next question? Now I'm mad.
Oh yeah. Favorite foods.
Steak, red meat.
Steak, red meat.
Hmm
Good,
Like
good
a
choices.
real
Good choices.
American.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this: you ever had an authentic Philly cheesesteak?
Yes,
Oh, they're fucking amazing.
they are. They're so good.
You know, it's funny. One of my friends actually suggested to me, moving down to Texas, I should open up a cheesesteak shop.
You could.
Yeah, it would probably sell well. I mean, I know how to make a good one.
Yeah, I do like them. I haven't been up in that area in a long time, but yeah, they were good.
Yeah. So, how about alcohol and beers of choice?
Honestly, I don't really drink.
You don't really drink?
No, I don't like the feeling of being drunk usually, because I can
Me
only
neither.
I only do that like if I'm at a special event like off-kai or like a get together or something, because otherwise I'm just busy, and if I'm drunk, I can't get work done. I can't go to the gym, so I
Yeah.
just don't like doing it.
100% agree with that. That is my
Yeah.
opinion on being drunk.
Yeah, and
I-
like another thing, I don't like how beer tastes. So it's like drink something I don't like to get an effect that I don't want. So I just don't do
Yeah,
it.
what I typically do for
That's
drinks
fair.
is if I'm looking to get myself drunk for like a stream or something, and you know I did that for my birthday stream, of course, because it's an event. But
Mhm.
I'll
Right.
I'll get a big bottle of cherry Coke and some rum, and we'll just do that.
Yeah, it's like so if I'm gonna drink, like I'll just liquor, like I'll do like vodka and Red Bulls, I'll do screwdrivers. Chili says White Russians are good. Like any kind of like a mixed drink or liquor I'll take.
Yeah,
But I don't
yeah.
like beer.
Right. I personally, if you couldn't tell in front of me, I like Guinness. I love Guinness. I love the smooth and creamy blend for Guinness. It's just so fucking good.
There you go.
Almost like a milkshake,
Would you
but a
get an
beer.
ad?
I'd hate.
No, I
Nobody.
just like Guinness.
Only advertisers describe their drink as smooth and creamy. Let's be honest here.
Yingling is all right. I'll drink Yingling if there's nothing else to drink.
What,
I don't
is
like
that the
Miller.
Chinese version of?
Miller, no, it's German, or not German. I forget what the fuck it is, but it's not Chinese. I do like Japanese beers though. I like Kirin Ikaban. That's a great one. I really enjoy that one.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't like IPAs. I think they taste like shit.
I keep the
Yeah.
stuff out of my place also because I struggle with depression and I know I could very easily get addicted if I wanted to. If I got to
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah. I'm just busy, so I'm just like it's the same with like getting high. Like I've
I've
tried.
gotten high on stream.
Yeah, I
I
can't
got work to
because-
do. I can't be.
Yeah, I
be
mean, like I
drunk.
have stuff to do. Like I don't fucking like I am not a functioning like a higher functioning like alcoholic or a marijuana user. Like so
Oh, I get what you mean. I used to get I used to partake in the goofy gummy candy, if you get what I mean.
mhm.
And what I used to do is I used to take like a quarter piece during certain
Dude.
streams, right? Usually if I had a really bad headache and normal painkillers, no, ibuprofen wasn't working. But I stopped doing that after doing a collab with my friend Audrey. We were playing a train simulator game and I kept fucking up and crashing the train I was using. So I was like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. I'm streaming sober from now on.
Yeah, like I've been high once.
I did make a joke on stream though about that. I said I don't understand how railroad workers can actually function like this. Because well, the reason why I made that joke is because I have a friend who works for Amtrak, though he works as an accountant. But he interacts with a lot of the guys from the railroad union, and he said like a lot of those guys do hard fucking drugs.
Dude, like
Mhm.
I
At
don't know
least
how
the ones out in Philadelphia.
I don't know how you be high and work with any kind of heavy. I don't know how people are driving while high.
I don't know, man. Like,
Dude,
I
like I'm
can't
just
do that
like
stuff.
I've been there and I've just been complete like I was freaking gone. I couldn't even play video games. That's how bad it was.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can't do anything drunk or high because then I just can't function or just focus.
Yeah, I can't either. Like I can focus, but I'm only focused on basically how little stuff I can get done.
The only thing it's good for is if like you're in a shitload of pain and just regular like over the counter shit doesn't work and you just need a brief like thing to take the edge off. and that's really it. And even then, I hate the way it feels.
Crack is a
'Cause it means I'm
performance-enhancing
vulnerable.
substance. It doesn't make you high.
Yeah, if I'm gonna
Not
do
a
drugs,
downer,
I'm
it's
gonna
an
do
upper.
man drugs. I'm gonna smoke cigarettes
The-
and take meth. Like I
no,
need
no.
drugs that'll make me
I,
If it's good
I
enough for
smoked
Grandpa
it-
in the
oh, God.
1940s, it's good enough for me. Damn it!
Exactly.
I smoke the occasional cigar, and I will consume a shitload of fucking caffeine.
Oh yeah, I do a bunch of caffeine.
Lately,
And,
regular caffeine doesn't do it for me. Espresso is the only thing that works.
I
Caffeine
take
never
a
did anything
pre-workout.
for me. I just thank you for the follow, Chili issued. Typically caffeine
Chili
does
is
nothing
hard.
for me. I just drink coffee. I like coffee.
It's
Yeah.
good.
And I used to smoke cigarettes a long time ago, but I quit that like years ago also. So
Yes, smoking.
I have an
bad.
addictive
I'll give
personality,
you.
not
I say
touching
that as my model has a cigarette. I only have the cigarette because it's kind of a nod to Solid Snake.
You guys know it's not even
I don't know.
lit, right?
Yeah, I know, and it's. Well, once I get my live 2D, I wanted to get it lit, but like, I always love
My
the
advice,
aesthetic of
have a
like
toggle.
action protagonists that smoke.
yeah,
I always thought it just looked cool aesthetic wise. Obviously, it's not good for your health, but
Yes,
mean, yeah,
meth
it's not
was
great for your
used as a
health, but-
performance-enhancing drug in World
it
War
looks
II.
cool.
man, they're great for your mental health though.
Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think that was like
It's
this
funny
one
because I was-
story.
I was
Sorry.
watching like
I'm sorry.
uh-huh.
Okay.
You're good. You're like cutting out some at the
I-
same time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's like this one story where like a guy during World War II or whatever, he took like a ton of meth by accident.
Oh yeah, the guy from Finland. Yeah.
Yeah, and dude just like guy went on a freaking journey in the wilderness. Also nearly died
Got
several
blown up,
times,
like,
but none
3
of his story
times.
could be verified on account of like guy overdosed on meth several times over.
That'll happen.
Yep.
But it was
Alright,
in standard.
so-
I'm pretty sure standard. Everybody just got meth.
Yeah. I mean, it worked.
Yeah. Now we're down to the holy fuck. We're down to the last 2 questions here.
Alrighty.
So have you seen the Minecraft movie trailer?
I did. I think I watched it yesterday on stream.
Oh god, what's your take on that?
It looks like dog shit, and I'm
Yeah.
confused about why it's even a movie. Yeah, it looked horrible. I have no interest in seeing it. It doesn't look like it has any redeeming qualities. It looks like the definition of slop.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I personally think the best way to salvage the movie would be if they played it using my mod pack.
Oh god.
Put in, give them a hentai mod pack. Give all the Minecraft
Yes,
Steve, replace it
yes,
with a woman with
okay,
hot titties.
okay. That's how you salvage this. Add Jenny to the movie.
Yeah. Get Ginny in there from all the Rule 34 videos.
By the way, just so you know, that is a legit mod. Like,
What?
it's a legit mod. Yes.
No fucking way.
Yeah. Like there is a hentai mod where there's an NPC in the game and they do like it's really weird. I don't know how anybody gets off to it outside of just it being freaking hilarious.
That's so fucking weird. What the
Bunch of weird
fuck?
shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
put
seriously
that,
though.
make a movie about that.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, but anyways, okay. Nobody cares about the Minecraft movie trailer though. There's fishing in No Man's Sky. They
Oh
added
god. Oh,
fishing.
Hell yeah.
how
Finally,
about
the game is good.
How about the whole thing about Concord
Oh,
being
yeah, we were kind of talking about Concord like at the start of like, there's some competition this year for the shittiest game of the year.
Oh
But-
yeah.
well, hell yeah.
I think what they're gonna do with Concord, there's no way they've just given up on it. They're gonna re-release it. They're like, okay, let's go back to the
Free-to-play
drawing
model.
board for like 6 months. They're gonna re-release it free to play.
Yep.
And try to fix some things. They're not gonna fix the core issue though.
I don't
Which
think it can be
is-
salvaged. I think
The
this
terrible
is
character design.
This is an area
Yeah.
that's already been, even if you had good character design, this is a really competitive market, you know? Like you're
Yeah, it's
competing
like-
with
Oh hell yeah.
Apex and Overwatch and freaking Paladins. Like
Yeah,
you're
it's like
competing with
these-
so much stuff.
Yeah, these
You're
games that are
competing-
already out already play better and stuff. Like, there's nothing that made Concord special or stand out at all
like, that's
aside
the
from
thing.
being shitty for people to rip on.
You
And
take
so, like-
away the character designs, it's still just another hero shooter. I mean,
Well,
that
you know
one
the-
hero
well, you
shooter
know
that
the
was notable
saying.
for dying a while back with all like the zip lining and stuff like that everybody was able to do. That one died. You know?
Well, you know what they say: polish a turd, it's still a turd.
Yeah. Like, so yeah, I think they'll re-release it free to play in a few months. And
Yeah, and maybe they'll have more
Uh,
people playing it just out of
yeah,
sheer
they'll have
curiosity.
some more people playing it, but it's never going to be a huge success unless they work on it for years to come, fix the character designs, make the gameplay something unique so it's not just the exact. They'd have to basically rework the entire game, and I don't
And they're
think
not
they're going to
fixing
do
those
that.
character designs.
Yeah,
There's
and they're
no
not
way
gonna
they're
fix the
fixing the character
characters.
designs. Those
Yeah,
are gonna be
because-
as is.
Yeah,
They're gonna
because
double
they have,
down, triple
they've
down.
dug their fucking heels in and refuse to acknowledge that they're shitty, so they're not going to change them anytime soon if
Yeah.
they do. And so, yeah, it's not like it'll re-release free to play. They'll get like, you know, couple thousand people maybe playing it at a time, and it'll slowly dwindle away. And
Then
Yeah,
again,
there's-
though, it is still kind of weird though when you think about it, because like even looking at it, like comparing it to something like like with Helldivers, you know, that game's been having so many issues lately, and even they didn't shut the servers down over it, you know, like.
yeah,
The shutting down the
But, like-
servers
Yeah.
is the thing that's particularly like, geez, that's kind of a, you know, I don't know, man.
yeah, but there's no way that 800 or what was it, $200 million in 8 years they spent on this. Yeah, they're not just going to give up on it
They
overnight.
sacrificed
No.
an entire studio for this.
Yeah, they're
And the
gonna
thing is,
try to quote unquote fix it and re-release it.
There are some guys who are laughing so hard
oh yeah, absolutely.
working
The-
at a random no-name indie dev.
The thing is with
Yeah.
Helldivers too, their devs and their Discord moderators need to shut the fuck up.
Honestly, I think they just need to shut up and make the game and focus on the game. Like seriously. That's my biggest
Yeah.
gripe with it, because like you watch one video on Helldivers News on YouTube, you will be recommended just constantly people talking, game dead, look at this thing, oh my god, they took a freaking lunch break, Arrowhead is
Yeah.
losing it, man.
The thing with
Pretty much.
Helldivers is like I was having so much fun with Helldivers,
Dude,
and
I still
like
have fun with it.
yeah, but like the problem was like we would try to do collabs and stuff for Helldivers. Like every time we tried to collab, someone's getting kicked out of the lobby mid-game. Someone gets
Now
disconnected.
that
Like
is a
they're
legitimate
fucking
issue.
yeah, their connections
The stability
were
issue
dog
is pretty
shit
bad.
every time, and it would ruin collabs. And then like, okay, well, join back, blah blah blah. What if we nerf the weapons? It's like it's a PvE game. Who gives a shit about nerfing the weapons? Like, let people have fun. Like, what are you balancing it for? Fuck it. Like, there's not PvP, and like, so they're like, fucky connections, ruining the weapons. Just like all this shit, and they're also adding cool stuff. Like they added vehicles like the last time I played, which was pretty neat. But yeah, it's just like they just kept introducing more and more bugs And I was just like, okay, I'm
And,
kind of
and then
done.
it's like they add more difficult enemies to the game, which okay. I'm not saying you shouldn't add more difficult enemies, right? Because having a
Impalers
challenge
are freaking. They're the most
does
BS
make
enemy
a
I've
game
ever seen in the
more
game.
Yeah. And they have like
enjoyable.
Sound-
no weapon with armor penetration was the other thing. So like they would introduce all these enemies with armor, and you could only pick certain things that you had to pick to kill it, and you couldn't do it, or otherwise you couldn't kill it. Like you couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
So,
like half
they-
the weapons are unviable because
Certain-
like they just don't have the
certain
ability to deal
weapons-
with it.
Yeah, that's
And-
why
and
it was
thing
so
is,
stupid
too-
to nerf weapons. It was like, no, bring the other weapons up. Bring the
Yeah,
other ones
exactly.
up, especially in a PvE game.
I just want the
Here's-
crossbow
here's-
to be viable. Increase the fire
Here-
rate. Give
here's
it
the thing
more
that drives
range.
me
I just want it to be. It's a cool weapon.
Here's the thing that drives me fucking crazy too. You have some really cool looking weapons in the fucking game. I can't use them because they're just not useful enough. And
Yeah.
what really drives me fucking insane, the weapons that do work, I kind of don't want to use them because they look kind of ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing with certain armor sets.
Yeah.
Like, can they let us choose the colors for the fucking armor?
Yeah. Another thing
The
I
sad
remember,
thing
like,
about Helldivers is that it really is like it's that I think they're kind of betting on the No Man's Sky stuff. Because that's what
Yeah.
game dev is now. It's just about being No Man's Sky.
yeah, but it's like the opposite because like where No Man's Sky came out and was just an unplayable mess when it released, Helldivers came out and was fucking awesome, and it quickly gathered a community
Yeah.
to it. It was amazing, and now they just are fumbling it so fucking bad, like
Oh yeah.
like just with bad decision after bad decision and
admit-
introducing bugs and all kinds of shit.
I think it'll be good. I think like in a year, like by the 1 year anniversary, I think it'll actually be a pretty decent, honestly.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
at that time they've already like they had
Hey.
lightning in a bottle and they pissed in
Hey,
it. So
for
it's
me,
like
I don't really
Pretty
care. I
much.
don't really care too much if they screw up too badly, just so long as I'm able to enjoy the game. So what if we don't have millions of people playing every day? No game can maintain popularity for that long, anyways.
yeah, like that's true.
Especially an
But
indie game.
yeah, like
Hey, as the
and
Power
it's,
Up Dev said, there's nothing wrong with people playing different games.
right, yeah, but yeah, with this one especially, you need the multiplayer to be there. That's
Oh,
the thing.
by
But I think it'll probably be there. Like it'll always probably be there for a while anyway.
Yeah,
But yeah, they fumbled a lot. They fumbled a lot.
oh yeah, they fumbled it. I
Mhm.
definitely
yeah, they
say the
did.
people getting
Oh, yeah.
kicked issue is probably the biggest one to really note because like that's just something where it's like
Yeah, that one drove me crazy. That's the thing that really made me stop playing is like, you'd be in a collab and then you're like, okay, let's play. And then mid mission, you're just kicked and then you can't rejoin, or you do rejoin, kicks you again. And I think during one collab, there were like 6 or 7 disconnects between all of us. And it's just like in 3 hours or something. And it's just like, fuck this, man. Fuck this game.
Yeah, like I don't
It's
know
so
if
annoying.
I haven't played enough, but like I've never had that issue myself. But
I would have it, and it's not even my internet because like I'm on 1 gigabyte fiber connection. My connection's solid. It's the game. It was the game doing it.
also,
So-
back on the Concord. This is like
Oh,
the
yeah.
best. This is the best explanation of how much of an unmitigated failure this is. Concord blew 200 mil in 8 years for an estimated 30,000 in sales. ET spent 20 mil, less than 20 mil, sold 2.6 million copies with 669,000 return, and yet ET is what killed gaming.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
ET was made by one guy in his basement over the course of 2 weeks, so
Wait, really?
maybe that's a
Yeah,
bit of a
well,
high,
game
that's a bit
development
of
was like that
hyperbole.
back then.
But ET was made very quickly. Like it was like I think only a couple of
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
And I think it was made
Yeah.
by one guy. Honestly,
I don't
for
know
what
if it
ET is and in the time frame it was, let's be honest here. They did Obsidian before Obsidian.
Oh god, all those old fucking
Oh.
Atari games and stuff were ridiculous. That was the real Wild West of games.
That was back when like you could have porn games in the actual store.
Yeah, the Colonel Custer's Revenge or whatever it was.
You want to know something? The moment that broke my heart the most was when the AVGN Atari porn episode had to be censored. That was the moment when I just realized YouTube is officially dead.
YouTube has been fucked for a while.
It
Yeah,
had been
YouTube's-
up for years, and they finally had to redo it.
Oh god, YouTube has had so many like adpocalypse or whatever. Like the good old days of like 2010 YouTube, man. That was like peak YouTube. Fuck.
It just makes me so sad.
I
'cause,
miss
like,
those days. I miss edgy content. Everything's so fucking boring.
the thing that breaks my heart is that nothing ever gets grandfathered in either. They just retroactively decide that's not allowed, and then they delete it. You know.
Yeah,
It's annoying.
it's dumb.
By the way-
It's annoying.
I swear,
So now
Charlie
we're-
Bit My Finger probably would have been taken down for violence against children.
Probably.
Probably it wouldn't surprise me. Probably taken down now. But yeah, alright, so now we're at the 3-hour, 30-minute mark. I know you said you could only go for an extra half hour.
Yeah, it's probably about time for me to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm starting to get tired myself. Thank you so much, Bagster, for coming on.
Yeah,
I really do
thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
This has been
Yeah,
a lot
it's
of
fun.
fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this. This was a very enjoyable episode. I had a lot of fun talking with you.
Yeah, I like doing these things. They're good.
Oh yeah, they're just the goofy shit
Yeah.
we've talked about. But yeah, and Bagster, yeah, but like I said, thank you for coming on, and thank you to your community
Hell yeah.
for stopping by. Alrighty, so we're gonna go and do a raid.
Yeah.
There is a this one guy. He's new to VTubing. His name is Megalum VT. Here, sure, I'll post the name in the chat here.
Yeah, I think they show up in my stuff
Yeah.
every so often.
Yeah, he is very small. He literally just started. He's got like 42
Yeah, Escape from
followers. He's
Tarkov.
playing, yeah, he's playing Tarkov right now. So I figured, hey, let's go give him a raid.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Go
Alright.
give him a raid. But yeah,
He's
Bags.
raided me a couple of times.
Thank you so much for coming by for this
Yes,
and letting me
thank
come
you.
on.
No problem. Yeah, I had fun. Thanks for having me on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're welcome.
Sorry that it was so hard to schedule me because my schedule is a fucking
no,
mess.
it's fine. Listen, we work and stream too. It's all good.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Seriously.
I was kind of like the worst thing ever here.
No, what? You're fine. What are you talking about?
Sorry if some of the questions were like just at least like getting derailed here and there.
That's all good.
But yeah, it's been, oh god, what a great episode.
Yeah, this is
Hell
fun.
yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
And thank you for all the new people who followed. I do have a Discord. It's in the about section there. You'll see a button that says Discord. We do movie nights every Saturday night, and we do anime nights every Wednesday night. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. And Bagster, is there anything you wanted to tag real quick or plug real quick before we go?
Yeah, I got a Discord and stuff. I usually stream 7 p.m. EST. I got a weird schedule right now, so it's rotating every week. But check my Twitter, check my Discord. That's where I post schedules. Also, I got a YouTube and stuff. But yeah, that's it.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Oh, see ya.